Tonight, we bring you this week's Flight Sim news, the Flight Sim Studios E-Jet series, an auto FPS plugin, a Sukhoi SuperJet, an exclusive no one else is even thinking about streaming it, the Fenix A320 Block 2 update. Hello. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. You're very welcome to another stream. It's a stream for news. It's all about the news. Jesus, I had this great idea, I wonder, should I stream the A320 Block 2 update? I mean, no one's going to be covering that, right? You could be on Twitch, you could be on YouTube, you could even be in Leitrim. There's somebody somewhere streaming it, right? We'll check it out later on though, We'll land in after everyone else has their comments, and then we'll throw our comments in on top of it and make it sound like we were here first. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. How are yous? Very happy Wednesday. You're very welcome aboard. And yeah, we have some news tonight. We're checking out some stuff that I haven't checked out in quite some time. And there's stuff here, well, we haven't checked it out at all, right? So, what we have tonight, this week's Flight Sim news, for which there's a bit. Then we're going to be checking out this thing. This is the Embraer 175 from the E-Jet series from Flight Sim Studios. And it's been getting regular updates over the last couple of months. And it's kind of getting there. It's not perfect, but it's definitely getting there. Then there's a brand new plugin available to our PC pilots. And it's the Auto FPS plugin. This thing, I've been playing around with it and I'll show you what it's all about. And I suppose if you're on a high-end machine, might need it as much, but definitely on a lower end or mid-tiered system, this thing could be very, very handy indeed. Then I said, Bijani, I haven't checked this out in a long time, the Sukhoi SuperJet, which is, well, it's coming along as well. So we're going to check in on that. And then, of course, we're going to be checking out Fenix's recent update, the Block 2 update for the A320, which I have to say, it looks incredible. So we're going to be checking that one out as well. If you have any questions or you want to see anything in relation to any of the add-ons we're showing off tonight, let us know in the comments here and in the chat. So it's Wednesday, halfway through the week, the midweek shuffle, the news. And as you can see, Friday, I can hear Friday in the distance. That's how good this is, right? It's the last Wednesday before Friday. And it's flat out, lads, flat out. So welcome in. I hope you have a nice cup of tea or coffee or tasty beverage. And well, shall I get through it, will we? There's loads here, look. It's very busy, Very busy. Who's here? Super Ty, welcome in. Zythy's in the house. Dougal McTavish, the chairman, has rambled in. Welcome in, lads. Soaring AJ. Happy Wednesday. Black Eyes Gabe. We have a Black Eyes Gabe. He says, happy hump day, Fireflies. Time for the said in me best Dublin accent. News. It's time for the news. Yeah. Sure, we're on the news. Brilliant, right, brilliant. Great to see you, Gabe. Muse Fan is here, and he's here early as well. God almighty, Muse Fan. He bursts in the door saying, Jesus, it is yourselves. Happy hump day. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Muse, any sign of the... Oh, there's buttons being pressed. Muse, any sign of the other thing right in the post? Do you know what I'm saying? Because that'll keep you... It'll either keep you quiet or busy, or both. Quite busy. But yes, Zythy, we beat the early ones. Indeed, indeed. Sean Dale rambles in. He says, evening all, happy hump news, amazing week, day, indeed. Hope you're all having fun. And you. Dirty Bertie Baggins is here. Good evening, you young devil, he says. You're back in the will. Jeez. The hair now, lads, right. It's the colour. I noticed it's the temperature of the lighting, right? You know, some people are, you know, do you know what it is? It's because the lights I use are so white. No, and they give off this kind of a silver tone, right? And that's why. I don't have grey hair. But anyway, I need to press some buttons. I really need to move that switch. Jesus, there's things happening here to right. Lots happening. Look, there's a bit of hair sticking out there. Look, I told you I've loads of hair. To our YouTube viewers, you're very welcome in, guys. Thank you so much indeed for tuning in. Do be sure to hit the liketh button and the subscribe and get notified. It helps me out an awful lot. In more ways than I can really say, but that's how it works. Do you know? You like something, and the YouTube algorithm, I suppose it's a little bit like in Kenny. It'd be dialed up to the nines on a Wednesday night for the nation, right? Well, how it works is, it will say, hey, Johnny liked the thing. Let's give it to Barry. Right? And then Barry gets it. And then Barry says, yeah, no, we like this as well. Right, so if Johnny and Barry likes it, maybe PJ over here will like it. Now, if PJ doesn't like it, it's shagged. But if PJ likes it, the thing starts picking up momentum. Do you know what I mean? Right? That's how it works. Lesson 101, the master professional, what are them courses called? You often see them, you know, actors and directors and music people. Do you ever see them? You can train with the professionals. I'll do one of those. YouTube algorithm. Yes, I have it sussed, lads. I just don't apply myself to it much, but I have it sussed. But anyway, you're all very welcome aboard indeed. David Bay is here. He says, evening all. Hope you're having a good one. I'm trying out the Fenix updates during the stream. Have fun, my guy. Have fun. Zythy says, a Murph is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Can I get that in writing? I need to tell me employer that. Do you know? I live far away from the job.
You can't be serious.
I'm always serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I live far away from my place of employment. It takes a long time to get there. And for the last 3 mornings, there's been nothing but traffic. Oh. How do you deal with traffic, lads? But anyway, moving on. Jan Ray's good to see you. Mick Ham is here. Welcome aboard. Night Zepp is here. Happy Wednesday. Vacuum, good to see you. Zybok Doc. Greetings, my dude, from Tipperary. Hope you're well. Chalks is here. Welcome in. Onboard Simulations. Welcome in. Good to see you, man. Bell Bro is here. He says, hey, Murph and Fireflies. In me seat, ready for the newsage. Right. Imagine saying that to your missus. Where are you going tonight? I'm going for the newsage. What? No, newsage, not mass. Anyway, Mr. 90 has subscribed for 21 months, lads, at a tier 1. Thank you very, very much indeed, man. AJH. Filthy is here. Good to see you. Now, Murph is never late, says Sean Dale. We just show up too soon. Yeah, but let's go with that. Do you know? Now, DeBlaze says, 'tis the dusk of the middle of the week. Rejoice. Right?
Hello there.
Hello there. That's what it is, lads. That's what it is. Come on, Stoke is here. Good to see you. Canoe Head 2. No place I'd rather be. Happy midweek. Good to see you. Bill Barrett is here. Hey, Bill. Spitfire RAF 100. Good to see you, man. How are things? Shy Lucy Meow. Welcome in. Now, let me see. SK Sun is here. Good to see you. Scorpio 49 rambles in with a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon under his arm. And he says, hello, Murph and chat. Another midweek news stream. Where would you get it? And then you hear the, hang on. I can't. Aha, did you hear that one? Yes, that was the sound of the, you know, was Insidious, good to see you. No, Insidious, not Insidious. Insidious, welcome aboard. Low Tech is here. Low Tech, it's good to see you. Hemmingbird rambles in. I bought a DeLorean today. The mileage was pretty low. It had only been driven from time to time. Brilliant. Welcome in. Good to see you. Shuffle Shoes, Shuffles in. AJH John, hope all is well. Robbie 613 Studio is in the house. Hey Robbie, good to see you, man. See you later. Happy News Day. Indeed, indeed. Old Veteran 965 Scott, happy hump day to you, my guy. Hope all is well. We're liking the tunage, but it's a bit in the, isn't it? You know. Now let me see. There's buttons here to be pressing. This is all tremendous crack. There's people here on YouTube. Localizer 36, hello. Good to see you, man. Hang on, there's more. I saw more. Just Willie. He says, oh, my Lord in heaven with shorts on. How are you, Willie? Now, where are we at? Jesus. I really need to start fixing up these screens. You know, Mickey Ozzy is here. Hey, Mickey. You know that song that they wrote about you, Mickey? You know, hey, Mickey, you know the song, right? We need to get to that. But anyway, Old Veteran, you're very welcome in. The big Vatliner guys are showing off the Fenix. They are. They're flat out showing it off. And it does look great. Adam Controls is here. You're very welcome in, Adam. Good to see you, man. Loving the Fenix. Update, says Dougal McTavish. Nice. Now, where are we at? There's other people already streaming it, right? Gibbo Ireland is in the chat. Sure, how are you? There's Gibbo. He's in the chat with a pint of Guinness with ice chips in his Guinness. You might think he's mad until you kind of see him drinking it. Then you know he's mad. Welcome in. Strap21 is here, Ola. Eamon 1973. Murphy's Exclusion News channel. The exclusive that only E-Jets bother watching. The exclusive news channel. Yeah, right, you know. Good to see you, Eamon. Cyrus T, the man of teal. He's a cousin of the man of steel. You're welcome in, Cyrus. Good to see you, dude. Now, let me see. We're catching up. Goblin Zeus, good evening. Chiba Hawk is here. Super stoked about the E-Jet. Ooh, and the Sukhoi. Yes. Looking forward to them. Larger life. Absolutely nobody streaming it. Right? Brilliant. Good to see you, man. Now, let me see. Wait, there's an A320 in Microsoft Flight Sim. Finally, we've needed one of those. Oh, yeah, Jesus. There was a terrible shortage of them, you know. Terrible shortage of them. Now, where are we at? Dad in Command has subscribed for 18 months with Prime. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. I hope all is well. Now, we're over here, look. It'll be minus 14 on Friday. Today, it's a rainy 11. Minus 14? Jeez. That's kind of hard going. The Polar Bear UK has subscribed for 13 months. Tier 1, thank you very, very much indeed. The Polar Bear UK. Great to see you, man. Vodka Cherry Pepsi Max says, come on, Stoke. That sounds nice. Energizer's here. Hello, all. Happy midweek. Still recovering. You get well soon, mate. Great to see you. Oz Nomad is here. Top of the morning to you. Hope you're keeping very well. Devil Dude rambles in. Tomorrow, the Dutch Eurovision song will be released by Jus Klein. Be sure to check it out. As Devil Dude subscribes for 26 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. I hope you're well, man. Now, we're over here. Hemmingbird, thank you so much for the bits. 100 bits. Musefan says, no other thing yet. I'm expecting it tomorrow. It's at the DPD depot in Athlone and it just cleared customs this evening. Jeez. I might know a fella who knows a fella who drives stuff for them. Be a hoor to get a delay tomorrow, wouldn't it? We'll get them to ring you early in the morning. Yeah, we'll be with you at about 10 to, and that's it. 10 to what? Hello? 10 to. That's the most accurate time you can give someone, by the way. If anyone, try this out, right? You know the way we've started this journey long ago. You know, you say hello to people and they look at you, you know, as if there's something wrong with you, right? And then when you go to a shop, we replace the word sandwich with sandwich, right? And a bottle of orange is a bottle of Arashta, right? All these things, the isms, right? If someone asks you for an ETA or what time are you going to be at a place, simply reply 10 to. They won't know what to say. 10 to what? The hour. Brilliant. Brilliant. You'll get absolutely miles out of it, lads. I do it all the time. And I have bruises on my arm because I do it way too much. But anyway, Eagles, good to see you. Eagle Airways. Aaron, come here. Did you get sorted with the PMDG stuff, Aaron? I meant bruises on my arm because Mrs. Two-Tone thumps me, lads. She thumps me when I'm stupid. Which is quite a lot of the time. But yes, Aaron, I hope you got sorted, dude. Because you were having issues. PMDG were updating their stuff yesterday, which is maybe an indication. Who knows? It's more of a flesh colour. Who asked you? That's grand. Jefferson 2001, the man, the myth, the legend, has rambled in and graced us with his presence. How are you, mate? Good to see you, man. Chox has subscribed for 22 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. Great to see you. 6 knots. He says, evening all. Murph, that's done. You absolute ledge. We're going to be getting an update from Firefly Air because, well, there are new route hedges available. We'll be checking it out. 6 knots. Tremendous work, my guy. Thank you very much indeed. Now, poor old Enda. Yeah, right. TED Talks. Yeah. Outer marker, I actually saw a meme about the original TED Talks back in the day, and it's a meme of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And it's like, I come from a generation where TED Talks were awesome. No, wait, was it awesome? What was the word? What was the word they used to use in Bill and Ted? Oh, they were excellent. Yeah, right, brilliant. Anyway, no grey hair, Murph. If that's the case, you're the only person I know who dyes their hair ginger. I'll take ginger. Well, no, I wouldn't take ginger over grey. Easy now. Steady now, there, Damon. Right. They keep moving the business further away and he keeps finding them, right? Now, let me see. Sticky Rice, good to see you. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Hummingbird says, the sound of the thing on the thing there. The sound of the thing on the thing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Top of the morning. Jay Booth, good to see you. Scorpio says, no, it was more like a bottle of Merlot. Ooh, Merlot. 'Tis far from Merlot you were raised now, Scorpio, have. 'Tis far from Merlot. Jay Booth has gifted a tier 1 sub to Mech Shadow Beast. Thank you very, very much indeed. Insane generosity. Cy120 is here, good to see you. Rambog Mord, the legend. Have you even slept yet? Welcome in, man. Good to see you. I heard Gibbo drinks Guinness with a straw as well. And a knife and fork. Brilliant. Out of a Budweiser glass, could you imagine? You'd have to go into the lounge for the ladies' drinks. Paparazzi is here. Howdy, howdy. Another day of great simming and news. You're very welcome aboard. Welcome in, man. Now, let me see. I need to cough again. Okay, I'm sorted. I had to cough. Who's here? Abo92 has subscribed for 30 months. Thank you very, very much indeed. 30 months, Jesus. Old man Goat Hair is good to see you. I'm mourning you, says Muse. Be grand. Don't talk into a colander. You'll strain your voice. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Keith Farrell says, how are you, Murph and Mrs. Two-Tone and all? Hope as well. Looking forward to the news tonight. I love the D-Day hoodie. Thank you very much. I got it in Normandy and I got 3 of them. And I should have got more of these ones though. These are a better fit, if you know what I mean. Do you know when you like... You know what I mean. Do you know when you get like an article of clothing and it just fits? It's not like baggy or tight, or it's just... It kind of grabs a hold of all the right things in the right places at the right time, if you know what I mean. Right? Well, this is one of them. Yeah. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's very nice. Grand Wazoo, good to see you. Now, excellent. Yeah, that was the one. Mustafa, good to see you. The original TED Talk 7 minutes ago. Mustafa, you're very welcome in, Moose. How are you, man? Lads, if you haven't already, like, the man needs no introduction, you know. Friends of the Wandering Gornfield, Mustafa, do be sure to check out the channel. Now, let me see. E-Jet. What? David Bay. It's 15 months, man. Holy moly. Crazy. Now,
allow myself to introduce.
There's the button. Brilliant. Now, it's rude when someone tells you to cough. It's oh, yeah. Cough. A big hairy hand. Now, anyway, where was I? I was over here. Oh, yeah, yeah. We've caught up with the chat. This is fantastic. We've caught up with the chat. Brilliant. Is there anyone else shouting at me? No. Let me see. Ender to Gold. Good to see you. I like the E-Jet. Can wait for a full VNAV implementation. Oh, wait. I like the E-Jet, not the E-Jet. I thought you were saying you liked me. Jesus. Ender to Gold says, I like the E-Jet. Can't wait for the full VNAV implementation during the summer. Yes, absolutely, right? But yes, if you're wondering what that is, I blame Gibbo. Because this is the joke. That's not a joke. I'm very, very terribly popular. You know, everyone knows me. Who's that? The Aegis, right? And I can't remember, the ad was like, who are you? No one's even heard of you. I was like, what? What are you talking about? It's a running joke. That's, you know, the joke's on me. Grand Wazoo, 4 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. God almighty, lads. It's bananas, all the support tonight. Toto is here. You're very welcome in, Toto. Great to see you. Scorpio says, what did the shark say when he ate the clownfish? This tastes a little funny. Does that sound funnier with your bottle of Merlot? It's still good, right? Now, where are we at? You're the Jacksepticeye of Flight Sim. Of course you're popular. The Jack... He'd lived not terribly far from me. He only lived down the road a bit, do you know? Fierce mad devil. But yeah, you know how we got the name Septic Eye? Stop picking your eye, it'll go septic. Septic Eye. That's right. Us Irish, we're great at coming up with nicknames. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, mine is interesting, I suppose, because I got sunburned and I literally had 2 tones of colour. I was red and I was white. And the Cork lads were like, oh, Jesus, Morph. You know, 2-tone. But that's what happened, right? But anyway, he's like, oh, I'm mad with my little screen here, look. I hope you're having fun. Don't break it now. That took ages to set up, do you know? But these are all the things you can do. So anyway, I've buttons to press. We're going to go over to this other screen. I need a transition. I keep saying this. Hang on. I'll do a new one tonight. You ready? That wasn't too bad now. Did you hear those sound effects? That wasn't too bad at all, right? So here we are in the smaller screen, less intrusive, and I'm sitting here, right? Now, the Danish flag colours, up the yard. Last time I did map, I broke it, right? An Irishman sunburned? Doubtful. Rad Baron, good to see you. Chiba Hawk liked it, wasn't it? I'd nearly do it again just to show you how good it looked, all right? Brilliant. Did you hear about the 2 people who stole a calendar? They each got 6 months. Yes. They're getting better, Scorpio. They're getting better. Brilliant. Right, anyway, so what we have here, this is the FlightSim Studios E-Jet. This is the Embraer 175, and they also have the Embraer 170. We'll be checking this out in a couple of minutes after we go through the news. But as you can see from it, well, it looks beautiful, right? I mean, it looks beautiful. And we'll have a closer look. We'll go through kind of what it's capable of doing, how it works, and so on and so forth. So we'll do all that in a couple of moments, right? But what I want to show us next here, lads, is the news, right? More sound effects. So for the news, we're going to start off with something kind of cool and interesting, as we always do. Because we're going to be starting off a brand new Monday night series soon, right? Next Monday, we conclude our Gallic War series. And then we're getting very close now to starting our ATC series. We did an ATC series last year. In actual fact, it was exactly a year ago, right? And that was for VF4 ATC communication on VATSIM, right? Hey, Wombat is here. Good to see you. Welcome in, man. What we're doing in March, we're transitioning to IF4 ATC communication on VATSIM, right? And basically what this means is it's a course that'll run for about 10 weeks. And the focus is on communication and understanding the air traffic control when it comes to flying in IF4, instrument flight rules. So this would be, you know, if you want to fly the airliners, if you want to fly slightly larger aircraft, in particular, when you want to fly in more challenging weather and IMC, low visibility and all this sort of jazz, well, that's what this course is for. And we've, I don't know how the lads have done it, but they've done it. We've created our own little area. And what I mean by that is this will be a very safe and friendly and fun environment to learn how to do all of this stuff. Because, well, sure, it's only us. Do you know what I mean? And, well, I don't really give out to anyone. Except, well, no, I don't give out to anyone. Well, that one time I gave out to someone, but then I got a dig. But you know what I mean? The idea here is it's our own environment to learn. The entire course is free, and we want to take people from the entry level of ATC communication all the way up to being comfortable and, you know, confident to fly something IF4 on VATSIM. And think of it as your building blocks to progressing or to build upon, right? We're going to provide you with a foundation. There's a lot of content in this, right? To give you kind of a rough overview, we'll start off with just practicing how to get a clearance, what's involved. We need clearance, Clarence. Right? Because that's where there's a lot of confusion at the very, very start of a flight. For example, you know, I'll contact Shannon Ground, or if delivery is on, I'll say, you know, Firefly 235, Boeing 737, stand 30, information Bravo, request IF4 to Cork. And then they read it back to you. And then you have to read back what they've read back to you, right? But anyway, we'll start from there. Then we'll go to departing under IF4 and then arriving on Unicom with no controller, so we just speak, right? And then we'll do the opposite. We'll take off with Unicom and arrive under ATC, and it kind of moves on from there. The initial focus is going to be in Ireland. I will be covering the differences between flying ICAO with the European, or what are they called? EASA. Basically what we do on this side of the pond but I'll also show what happens on the far side of the pond under FAA regulations. There's 10 kind of main points we need to look at. And they range anywhere from, I'll give you one, right? Here's a spoiler, one of the most basic ones. If I was, if my call sign was, Firefly 235, we name the numbers individually on this side of the pond. However, in America, well, that could be Firefly 235. They're small little differences. Do you know what I mean? But like in terms of being able to fly and what you're doing, the course will cover all of that. It'll cover that, right? So there's a lot going on. Now, I want to explain a little bit of what's going on in the background because both Gibbo and Rambog Mord have been absolutely flat out building a ton of infrastructure. And a big shout out to Adam as well, who's a VAT Air controller on VATSIM. And he's been helping me along with a lot of the phraseology because it's very hard to pinpoint exactly word for word what's said. Because the reality is, in the real world, and also on VATSIM, there's slight kind of variations of that. You know what I mean? There's little variations. So it's very hard to kind of hunker down and say, this is exactly what you say, right? So I've built a script that you can follow along. This is what you say. This is what the controller will say within reason, right? And that's what we do. But how we're going to make all of this work, you'll notice that I'm over on our website. This is twotonemurphy.com. And in here, Gibbo's now creating a new tab for the ATC series, right? And for instance, if you go into the VIA4 ATC series, if you click on this, it'll open up all the information from our VIA4 course that we did last year. And there's a link to all of the videos, which are just recordings of the live streams, but they have been edited to cut out the me having an old ramble, right? And it covers the whole lot. I recommend just a quick refresh on these. And the course manual that I created, version 6, that's still active on our Discord. The new one, which is version 7, it's about double the size of it, right? So that'll be all happening later on. But you can go into the VIA4 ATC series from last year. And it's well worth a watch. We covered a lot of ground in this, right? Now, if you go into the IA4 series, this is going to give you an introduction to what it is we're doing. So what is it? What do you need to get started? What do you need, right? The course overview, the course logistics, that's from, the duration, where are we doing it and all this sort of jazz, and the optionals. And then we have our little flyer. And we're going to be running a campaign for this very, very soon. I've exciting news that I can announce soon. And we want you to share the divil out of this. Not necessarily spam it, but just share it, because I know there are a lot of people who want to just be able to fly an airliner on VATSIM, because flying on online ATC, it's such a tremendous way to expand on our hobby. And it's a frightening experience if you haven't done it before. It's like, holy crap, what am I going to say? Or, what do I do? We're all the same. We're all the same. We all have that worry and, angst and apprehension before we do it. But the idea of this course is, well, we're going to help you along. We're going to make sure you can do it, right? That's the mission. Anyway, so it's all here. And that's cool, right? There's other stuff, right? So I'm going to briefly talk through this. We're still applying a bit of polish and, some final bits and bobs, but I just want to give you an idea. We're going to be using the website as our central hub. And this is anywhere from the course details, the content, flight planning, registration, all that jazz is going to live here. When it comes to the actual ATC communication by voice, and I think one or two people have requested by text, that's all ran inside our own Discord channels. And you'll see where they're all flagged. They're going to be linked here as well. So you can just click on the website, it'll go bring into Discord, and it'll show you what voice channels we're using. All right. But here, for example, now Gibbo's still working on this, but how we're going to manage to work all of this, because I'm trying to build this in such a way that it's mimicking VATSIM as closely as possible when it comes to organizing your flights, filing your flight plans, getting a block time, as in your slot time, what time you appear at the airport, what time are you expecting to, pull back off the stand, all that jazz. So we have this, now it's all work in progress, but we have a pilot registration. So this is where people come in, you give us your Discord name and your gamer tag. And there's a reason for that. I'll get to it now in a minute. But the whole idea is you register for, say, next Monday or whatever we're doing it. You register for the Monday night. We'll see your details and then we'll respond to you with, okay, this is your slot time or your allocated slot time. And I'll teach you all the rules of how early do you show up, what do you need to have ready, all that sort of jazz will be done, right? But you'll register there. Once you register, you'll have a new page that you're able to monitor, and it'll be, go forward now, Murph, I'm too fast. You'll see the assignments. So after registering, check here for your assigned details. And this is important because, well, this is pretty much how, if you wanted to do a FSS event, right? Well, you can ramble in there and that'll show you. And oh yeah, look, I'm registered. I can see that I'm going to be starting at 9 o'clock. Brilliant. And that's how we do it, right? Flight planning. This is something brand new. So we don't need necessarily a client. As in, this is open to Xbox and PC pilots. So we're not worried about client software or anything else for the moment. It's all ran through the website, okay? But when it comes to flight planning, this is where we're going to actually submit our flight plans, right? Now, this is huge. This is the work of Rambog and Gibbo in the background, and this is all the stuff we have. So you'll be putting in your call sign, your flight details, the aircraft type, weight category. I'm going to teach you all of this stuff, right? How to fill this out and how to submit it. And then you submit your flight plan. Kanzui, thank you very much indeed, man. God almighty, Kanzui. 28 months, dude. Thank you very much. So you'll be filing your flight plan directly onto our website. And there's a reason for all this. And I'll get to that here now in a second, right? Then when it comes to the documentation, that's where the course manual is going to live. Checklists. We have a vast array of checklists and POHs for many aircraft in the sim. We're going to link to them here. So if you want to have a checklist for following along with your aircraft type, and we'll see, maybe people can make kind of like cheat sheets. If people are learning a certain aircraft or they want to learn an aircraft prior to this course starting, that'll be a good idea. And that's where that goes. Any NOTAMs, anything important, we're going to drop them in there. The previous course material, this will link to our voice comms. So everything is going to be ran inside our website, which is cool. Gibbo did all this tidying up, and the final bit of polish will be applied because I need to start putting information into some of the areas. But this is where it's all going to live. Brilliant. And again, it's all free. All of it. The whole thing is free. All right. So that's the ATC side of the house when it comes to, well, how the course is going to move. The reason why we want you to register on the website, and this is where the work of Rambog has come in. This here is Euroscope. Now, Euroscope is used by VATSIM controllers, and it mimics that of a real-world ATC system, right? It's loosely. But anyway, this here is Shannon. And what's important about this is we can now access this for this course. We're using our own server, right? And what's pretty incredible about this is once you connect to us, as in once you register to us, we'll now have radar contact of you. You can be on the Xbox or on PC. We're going to see it on the scope. This is the first time this has ever been done. Ever been done. Xbox pilots appearing on a radar scope? Unheard of. Unheard of. So that's what we're going to do, and that's how we're going to do it. This is more important than VF4. The reason being is, if you're on IF4, well, we can vector you, we can send you to waypoints, we can see speed, altitude, all of that, right? Prior to this on the VF4 course, we had to use, the drone camera and say, yeah, you're roughly there, hang a left there. Because they're visual flight rules. It'd be no different than your man in the control tower with the binoculars. Yeah, turn left there, Timmy. This is very, very different. And again, Rambog has made all of this work. He received a crash course on how to get this working. Then he gave myself and Gibbo a crash course, and we have it up. It works. The system actually works. And as I said, for the first time, you're going to see, we can see Xbox and PC pilots on our network. It's our network. It's our community network that we're doing for these, right? So this is huge. But the reason why this is so important, all your flying takes place on our own network, meaning you don't need to be afraid of connecting to VATSIM. You don't need to worry about any of that. It's just us. It's just us, right? And I'm really looking forward to this. So that's kind of where that's at, right? And there's so much work after going into it. Like I just applaud the lads because like they have these ideas and they say, hey, we can do this and we'll do that now as well. And it's just, the thing is growing legs. It's fantastic, right? So between having radar capability, which is just incredible, having the website now in a position to act as the main administration area, especially when it comes to registering, when it comes to flight planning, submitting your flight plan, we can put NOTAMs in here. there's a lot of control now gone into this. We've never had this level of control. And the whole reason for this, well, it makes it easier. What does all of this mean for you, the pilot or the student? Nothing. You need nothing. You just jump onto the sim and away you go. You don't need to worry about clients. You don't need to worry about, you don't need to worry about anything. You just fly the sim. And, once you're on certain settings in the sim, we got you. We'll see you. And there's videos there from the original course, how to get your Discord set up with voice communication, right? And just to show you that briefly, and I'll go through all of this when we're doing the thing anyway, right? Let's have a look. So here's our Discord, right? And behind my mallet head here, we have all these voice channels, right? No, we don't. Sorry, we have pilot ops. And in our pilot operations or pilot ops, just down here, lads, right? This is where I have a number of frequencies, right? So these are frequencies. So we can see, Shannon ATIS, we've Shannon ground, tower and approach, we've Unicom, and now we're testing a new ATIS, which is absolutely incredible, right? Will it work for Xbox? 100%. All of this works on Xbox. All of this works. Does Xbox pilots, for the first time, get to experience, I would say, realistic ATC coverage when we are live? And that's the important thing. It only works when we're live. It only works when we're managing it. It's our own network. But let's see where this goes. I mean, maybe this will grow legs, right? If someone is interested, if someone would like to try a bit of controlling, if you've been interested in saying, Jesus, I'd love to do a little bit of controlling, reach out to us, talk to us. I've created scripts, what, the pilot has to say and what ATC has to say. There's a full script. You read it line by line. You change a couple of things as in, the aircraft call sign and that's what you change. By and large, I mean, you can pretty much follow this just by reading the script. If you have an interest in controlling, do reach out to us, let us know. And as I said, all of this is where we're going to do the, this is where it's all going to be, Question was the setup. But yes, it will work on the Xbox, 100%. And as I said, massive thanks to Adam, to Rambog, to Gibbo. The lads have been flat out in the background. Like, I mean flat out. Adam is like, I couldn't tell you the amount of messages I send him. It's like, come here, do you know the way we do this? Yeah, well, what happens then? Right? And then it's like, Gibbo, could you do something like this? And I can just hear, his hand whack off the top of his face plant going, Murphy. And then Rambog, the poor old devil, is like, can I do this? And like, he might have 80 pages of code he's going through to do one thing. That's what goes on, though. I'm doing my maintenance, But this is terribly exciting. His face, Hemmingbird, his face. Anyway, lads, this is all free. It's starting soon. And, if you want to be able to do some VATSIM flying, or at least the ability to fly online and take the skills that we teach you and try them on VATSIM, this is a great way to do it. It's just a great way to do it. If you want to learn VATSIM, yes, you got to try it out. There's multiple videos online. There's tons of content everywhere, but there's no one grabbing you by the hand to say, we're all doing this together. And that's what this is all about. This is a full community effort. We're here to help each other out. If you don't want to fly, maybe you're interested in the whole procedure and you can help people along and say, no, he didn't say that. He said this. It's a team effort here. All right. And of all the lessons, there's plenty of time there's revision built into this as well. So if you feel yourself getting a little bit overwhelmed, that's quite okay. You come back and you say, hey, I'm getting stuck here. Whoever applies to this course, our goal is we'll all complete the check ride at the end of it. We'll all complete this course, just like what we did last year for the VF4 ATC series. We had over 20 pilots. Incredible stuff. I said it to Gibbo, I was like, I'd be happy if we just had one. Right? I'd be happy if we just had one. And we got about 20. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, where are we at? Hang on. Where's this? Oh, yeah. I got an alert, but it didn't pop up. That's strange. Anyway, so what do you think, lads? Isn't it brilliant? And then on top of all of this, I will have some exciting news next week about things to win and prizes and stuff. It's all about launching this course. So in the meantime, head on over to twotommurphy.com, go to the IF4 ATC, have a look at this flyer, get it out there on social media. Just tell your friends, right? Xbox pilots. This is aimed for PC and Xbox. Xbox pilots can take, full charge of this. because we're going to see them on radar. They're going to get everything the way the PC pilots will get it. Xbox guys are going to get it as well. It is incredible stuff. So my thanks already before we even get started, as I said, to Gibbo, Rambog, Adam, and everyone else involved with this. It's growing legs, and I can't wait to do this, and it's starting very, very soon. So if you're interested, keep your eye on the website, and I'll start announcing when we open registrations and all this sort of jazz. The first lesson, just so we know, the first lesson is a full introduction to what it is we're doing. I'll be going through what do you need, how do you make that work, where do you get that information, you know, all of that. So don't worry, like, you're not expected to know too much information with regards to ATC communication. However, when it comes to flying your aircraft and, you know, properly knowing your aircraft, that's vital. That is vital. You need to know if an ATC controller says, you know, descend flight level, you know, 08, maintain speed 220 knots. You need to know exactly how to do that. Do you know what I mean? We will look at some of the more advanced things a little bit later this year. That'll be more focused on maybe kind of non-precision or non-normals, all that jazz. That'll be later on. This is just a starting point. Okay, can we fly on an IFR flight out of Shannon and let's go to Cork? Yeah. Can we go Dublin to Shannon? Yeah, of course we can. And then let's get to that level, and then we'll say, okay, can we now ramble over to maybe Ireland to the UK, or the UK back to Ireland, right? And then as it builds, and as we start getting comfortable, Cross the Pond is coming up. I mean, wouldn't that be an amazing challenge? Wouldn't it, right? So anyway, it's all going to be cool. On top of that as well, which I didn't mention here, during the course, there's going to be some shared cockpit tutorials or lessons or demonstrations with myself and Gibbo, which is going to be hilarious. So in some of these, you know, Gibbo will look after the flying, I'll do the comms, and then we'll swap it over. But you guys will get to see the thing in action and be asking the questions and all this as well. So there's some pretty cool stuff on the way. Anyway, the ATC course, it's coming very, very soon. Tell your friends, and it's going to be on Monday nights. If you can't make it, because not everyone can make Monday nights, every single stream is gone straight to YouTube. It'll be there for you. We'll create a playlist for you, and we can use Discord then if you have any questions, and then the website will have all the information needed, all of it. Your no times, checklists, course information, everything's going to be on the website. So brilliant news. Now, in other news, you may not have heard, right? But Fenix, right? Fenix Simulations, well, they've released the Airbus A320 Block 2 update for Microsoft Flight Sim. They just released this a couple of hours ago. I want to give a big shout out here as well to Vashko over at msfsaddons.com, to Callum and the lads at FS Elite, and well, to Sergio Costa over at Heli Simmer. These guys do great work getting us all the news and information. They publish them on their websites, and then I ramble in. And say, oh look, ooh, and ah, right? So yes, what we have here, Fenix, the longly awaited Block 2 update. Well, it's just landed. The update marks the culmination of over a year and a half of dedicated work by the Fenix team, aiming to elevate their Airbus A320 to new heights of realism and immersion. Ooh. Version 2 Block 2, as it's being called by Fenix, it's a free update. It brings the long list of changes to the A320 platform, including major additions such as completely rebuilt external model and textures, an overhauled cabin, the IAE engines, a new EFB update, revamped passenger announcement system, full GSX integration, and many improvements and fixes for the systems, and much more. Now, the full changelog is massive, right? If you want to grab the update, you can pick it up from the website or through the app. You download it and then, you know, you install it, away you go. So some of the changes, so the launcher added a button that opens the logs, adjusts the default settings, minor UI tweaks, nothing major in there yet. Systems, all the updates, right? There's tons of stuff. Most of them are fixes, but there's a couple of new additions gone in there as well. For example, added ICAO validation on the AOC weather page. It's only when you're flying the thing and say, hey, look, they fixed it. VNAV is now fixed to the correct legs, right? So that works. Rolled back on toga calls. Nice. Added common AOC interface. Upgraded the grid heading formula. Fixed wiper sound playing quietly when the wiper CB is pulled. All right. There's tons of fixes, multiple fixes to improve the reliability of the EFB. Added the DCDU cockpit setup. Added further failures, including a bird strike, engine fire, and a home start. these are new features. So a bird strike, oh dear. An engine fire, holy sweet lamb. And then a hung start, which can absolutely happen. A hung start can happen on these engines. Of course, they've added in the IAE engines, which is pretty cool. That means there's now many other operators, including the liveries, are now available for us to fly. And what else? Cargo door, go boing. Added engine surge failure. That's pretty cool. Fixed pitot icing. Fixed VNAV descent constraints. Just so much stuff. Would you look? Holy Jesus. Now, we're going to check it out here towards the end of the stream, just on the A320. It's been streamed to death, but it's great to see. It just shows you how good this aircraft actually is and how important and how longly awaited this update has been. So, like, have you ever seen such an update or such a changelog? It's absolutely incredible. So the displays have all been tweaked as well. I mean, look at this, lads. Art and sound. Switch over to version 2 artwork. Brilliant. Completely rebuilt the exterior. Reduced VRAM usage. Nice. Improved the cockpit window modeling. Improved wing flex. New sound sets. Shadow casting lights. Realistic engine spinner blur. Multiple SATCOM antenna options. LCD simulation for the displays, making them look more realistic at nighttime. Here's all the EFB. Here's all the XEM. Engines move to XEM, i.e. engines move to XEM. Improved spoilers are all in there. And then the livery manager as well. There's a ton of updates gone into this, a ton of fixes, and we'll check it out here now very soon. Indeed, Hayden UK has subscribed to the channel. Very much indeed, my guy. Cheers. Right, moving on. Interesting news. iFly. Well, they've previewed the external model of its upcoming 737 MAX 8 for Microsoft Flight Sim. Now, iFly, they had great add-ons back in P3D, right? They've once again captured the attention of Microsoft Flight Sim community, following up on their initial tease back in December with a new development of their 737 MAX 8 project. This week, they've shared a brief update alongside a series of captivating images taken within the virtual hangar of the sim, which is pretty nice. The latest visuals, enhanced by the favourable lighting conditions, showcase the iFly 737 MAX 8 in impressive detail. Simmers will appreciate the meticulously crafted landing gear, complete with highly realistic wheels, and also the LEA or the LEAP engines. Look at the friggin' details here, look. I don't know why my browser does that. Anyway, there's insane detail on this, right? And anyone who flies the PMDG 787s, which, you know, they're very good, right? But some of the textures on the outside were a little bit, this thing looks extremely detailed. So I'm looking forward to it, right? Looking forward to it. So it's purely the exterior they're showcasing here. They didn't talk to us about interior or whatever else. Look at the freaking engine look. It looks, jeez. The engine looks very nice here as well. Where's the button? Look at the fan blades. It looks great, right? The 747 in P3 was awesome. Not quite to PMDG standards, but it was much cheaper. Yeah, 100%. Would it be a mix of gin and tonic though? Who knows? On the systems, iFly have begun testing, albeit in the preliminary stages. And while the project is not yet close to beta, it does mark a significant step forward in the aircraft's development. So that's it. iFly, they're working on it. It's on the way, lads. So we're looking forward to having a bit of competition there when it comes to the Boeing 737s. We really only have one show in town, which is PMDG. Is that enough? What do you think? Do we need more of the same aircraft? We've seen it with the A320. What do you think on that? Now, a bit of news here from Sim Update. Their latest release notes for the beta. This is for Sim Update 5. And I just said I'd have a quick gawk, see how they're doing. They found an issue, which I thought was interesting. If you sign out from the social menu while in the sim will not progress past the initial loading screen. Huh? So they found a bug. I'm interested on that because that means the sim wants to know if you're logged in on your on the Microsoft social side. It's almost like it's licensing. It looks like they're playing around with some of the licensing options. Don't know. Some of the general bug fixes, again, they're working on various crashes. The throttle range expanded to fix reverse thrust, and fixed a bug where the replay in-game panel was appearing in the toolbar by default, which is not too bad, right? Hey, Craig Malton is here, watching from Spain. Good to see you, man. Epic Fool is here. Brilliant. You got to hear me say what I said. Welcome in, Epic. Now, what else do we have here? Fixed the required Dune add-on content update. Yeah, okay. And then the rest kind of go, there's a couple of nice fixes here that we can see on the G3X. And a couple of aircraft fixes, nothing major, right? There's nothing in this that I'm like, wow, they've finally done it. Unless I'm looking at it wrong. I just don't see it. There's nothing in this now that I'm going, holy crap, they finally fixed it, right? Nothing in relation to multiplayer. However, they have improved the usage of available flight-aware data to feed live traffic in the sim. So that's the live traffic that they're working on, right? They've increased the maximum number of flight visible in free flight. Again, this is to do with the AI. This is not multiplayer. But the good news here is Working Title are working on all this stuff. Not Asobo or Microsoft. It's Working Title. So if these guys are able to like increase the maximum number of flights visible in free flight, if they're able to do that on the AI side, I really hope they can do it on the multiplayer side. Like, if you know anyone in Working Title, will you ask them very, very nicely? You know, send them a cake or something. Here, look, right, because that's what we need. Improved AI behavior of live traffic planes on and around the airports. And then you're probably saying to yourself, look, what's the point of all of this considering we have third-party companies giving us all of this stuff? Why are they wasting their time? That's a good question. But anyway, moving on. Big news here from Inibills because they've just released an update for their A300-600 airliner. They've updated to spoiler arming code. They fixed the EFB when it came to the null value when fuel is divided by 0. APU not resetting its EGT. Temporarily removed EFB scale or red cell cal in the cockpit. Adjusted engine hot start and crank logic. Fixed not being able to use reverse thrust using keybinds, and general system stability improvements. So if anyone was having a bit of a headache when it came to the A300, well, there's an update for it. Go into your Ini manager and you can grab your update from there. And it's great to see updates like this coming out, right? So yeah, Inibills have updated their aircraft as well. Now, quick update here. Airplane Heaven. They've been quiet on the Western Front for a while, but I did see this post. It says here, look, small update. This is from 4 days ago. We are preparing special versions, as in no weapons, for the Microsoft Marketplace on all the new releases. We are now very close to releasing. It's likely the Hurricane will be first, the Hurricane. A major Pro Sound update is nearing completion for the Spitfire Mark 1. New Merlin sounds and other treats will be installed on the Mark 1 prototype. Costly, but well worth it. So it looks like they're out to get new sounds for their aircraft, in particular when it comes to the Spitfire. Lancaster development rolls on with the completion of code on the Upkeep version, and we have some surprises for you, more on those a little later. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 will create a fair amount of work for us in the coming months, as all Microsoft contracts will require modification updates. Also, we're at work on more Microsoft contracts, which will be revealed as time goes by. This is interesting. So this is one developer now confirming that all the existing releases for Flight Sim 2024 or 2020 will require modifications to make them work in Flight Sim 2024. This is the first time this has been like actually acknowledged to say, yeah, we got to go back and fix them. We imagined this was going to be the case. We kind of knew this was going to be the case, but now we know, yeah, 100%. They need to be modified. They need to be fixed. That's interesting, right? So let's see what happens. Good news from Airplane Heaven. They're working away and stuff, you know. Now, Aerosat have previewed Oslo for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and more previews of their upcoming rendition of Oslo Airport. The previews were shared by developer Joe Erland, who's been working on the project for some time already. The previews are not shy about showing the airport either, while the previews so far have been a bit limited, showing far off sections of the airport, but we now get to see the recognisable main terminal building with its iconic wooden structure. There's such a picture here, look, right? So anyone looking forward to flying in Oslo, well, Aerosoft are, you know, belting away at that. And I have to say, this is looking very, very nice, isn't it? Crotchy Decoder says, I assume Microsoft enforces these updates from contract partners to make use of the updated APIs, not necessarily required by the sim itself. Yeah, right, but I imagine it's because the aircraft currently released, are they going to put them into 2024? I don't know. Oh no lack, Jesus. But look, this is looking really nice. Look at the wooden textures and stuff here. It's beautiful. This looks very, very nice. Now, what do we have? As for the status of the airport, it remains guessing. The previews have a rather finished look to them, and Joe indicated in his post that he was making adjustments to AI traffic logic. We don't have any official status on pricing or when it's going to be released. For now, we'll keep our eyes peeled, but Airsoft's Oslo, it looks to be coming very soon indeed. It looks great. It looks like they're doing a great job here, so we'll see how that goes. Now, MK Studios, they've launched a new Discord server. And they're also teasing a new upcoming Barcelona scenery. Barcelona, right? Renowned scenery developer MK Studios, well, they've launched a new Discord service for the community to keep up to date with their latest work. They've already teased what appears to be an upcoming rendition of Barcelona's El Prat, Lima Echo Bravo Lima, on the community channels. For users wishing to join MK Studios Discord, there's a link here from FS Elite. On the server, developer Matt has already dropped some pretty strong hints in relation to the team's next upcoming scenery, sharing 2 screenshots, which do appear to be Barcelona's El Prat. Now, there is an El Prat scenery for Barcelona available in the sim, but it looks like MK Studios are working on their own rendition. I like MK Studios. I think they're a developer that gets better and better with each release. I'm probably super critical because Dublin, they've made Dublin, they've made Shannon, they've made Cork, but we were waiting such a very long time for the updates, and then when the updates were available, well, we had to pay for them. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the crack is there, but look, they do make some really nice sceneries, and I suppose, it'll be interesting to see how MK Studios get on with Barcelona. I mean, as I said, the developer, as a development team, they're getting better and better and better, so it'll be interesting to see how they managed to pull that one out of the bag. So no details on the release just yet, but they've another couple of projects including Keflavik, Lisbon and Helsinki, as well as another as yet unconfirmed US-based airport. So they're quite busy. They have a huge roadmap for this year. So it's pretty cool, right? Now, Lomas Airfield is the latest picturesque Swiss airfield from AG Sim. This looks beautiful. Few regions in the world are as breathtaking for aviation enthusiasts as Switzerland. Nestled in the heart of Central Europe, this compact nation offers many spectacular natural landscapes with a myriad of diverse and challenging flying scenarios. It's dotted with numerous small airfields, offering endless opportunities for aerial adventures. The latest addition to the virtual world is a meticulously detailed model of Lomas Airfield, Lima Sierra Zulu Tango, crafted by the developer AG Sim. We have a little video. We're going to show you the little video because, well, it looks nice, right? So I need to find buttons. What's this one do?
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Things are happening. Empire kicking. You're welcome in, my dude. Tier 1 sub, 20 months, look. Thank you very, very much indeed. I hope you're well, man. Right, so let's look at the video. And we'll do... Hang on a second now.
Pull the big switch, good buddy.
We just got raided as well. Jesus. Empire just raided us as well. You absolute ledge. Thank you very, very much. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're having a lovely evening. And well, we need to check out this. I have a button here somewhere. Does this one work? Yeah, it works. Right, let's check out the video. The video. I sure hope the playground swings are animated. It is nice looking, isn't it? And like it's flying in Switzerland, right? Switzerland is beautiful to go flying there. It just is, lads. It's stunning, right? Rad Baron hears the music and reaches for the number 3. So the key features here, we have 3D buildings crafted with precision, which is great to hear. 8K high quality PBR textures, Handmade ground textures derived from the Swiss topo aerial imagery. Custom placed directional and runway markers. Thoughtfully arranged vegetation and water courses. It's the first time I've seen that sentence. Thoughtfully arranged vegetation. There's a compliment you can pay to your neighbour the next time you amble past their front garden. Yes, you have a thoughtfully arranged vegetation. Right? Brilliant. But anyway, 3D people, static aircraft, a working clock, operational landing tee, wind-dependent flags, custom windsocks, and of course, a vibrant atmosphere. Unique memorials and special details around the airfield, and it has an accurately modelled slope. AG Sim has set a fair price for the scenery. It's around €8, and you can pick it up over on Contrail. Very nice, right? That's way too posh for you. I think it's brilliant, Brilliant. We're going to have to use that. Thoughtfully arranged vegetation. I need that in a t-shirt with an arrow. Right. Now, moving on quick. Orbex. We gave you the story last week to say they're working on it. Well, now they've released it. 74 Sierra Anacortes Airport has now been released, and I've yet to fly here, but it's cool looking. Anacortes, it's a beautiful little spot in the world, and it just looks fantastic, right? Have a quick look at the video here while it's rendering. Flying in this area, it's one of the older Orbex sceneries, right? I mean, it was one of these iconic sceneries that they made. That Anacortes, and they did something else very close by as well. But it looks really, really nice. And it's a great update from Orbex. It's a new release from Microsoft Flight Simulator. And while we're on the subject, there is a massive sale going on at the moment with Orbex. I think it's like up to 40% off some of their existing add-ons. Doesn't include this, but this, again, a beautiful part of the world. And it looks to be, Jesus, go handy, it looks to be done to a very, very high standard. I remember flying this airport in X-Plane. It was one of my favourites. And to see it now in the simulator, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's a very picturesque location. The scenery is gorgeous, and the weather systems that move in and out of this place, always a challenge. So it's now available via Orbex Direct. You can pick it up there, and it is on priced at just $12, right? Very little vegetation up there, not thoroughly prepared at all, or not thoughtfully prepared at all. Thoughtfully prepared vegetation, Adam. Right? I'm telling you, you can use that now. Everyone use that sentence tomorrow. I'll leave it to you how you kind of, insert it into a conversation. But yeah, don't be telling me things like that, says Muse Fan. They have a sale on. 40% off most of their stuff, right? So you need to check it out. Let's look at the Orbex website. I think it's still active. Orbex. Leap into March up to 40% off. It's a flash sale. But look at this, right? Okay, that's P3D. Do we have let me see, other products, right? Where's their sale? Just show me the sale stuff. Buy now for Microsoft Flight Sim. No, just show me your sale stuff, lads. Special offers. Okay, Doha, for example, reduced from 36 down to 22. Nice. London International Airport in Canada, $23. There's a few of them there. Go have a look. The Panama City Pack, that's really nice. That's only 12 Australian dollars now. There's stuff here for X-Plane and P3D as well. So check it out. VJK Brian, we were welcome in. Did I see the new part 2 video from Heat Blur? Part 2 from Heat Blur. Jesus, did we see that? Heat Blur F4. No. Episode 2. Oh, the flight model. Well, let's go in and have a gawk. I can't play the music, unfortunately. But we'll go in and have a gawk. This thing looks friggin' gorgeous, doesn't it? I mean, like, the state of it, right? The state of it. I don't think I've seen this video. Man, look at how good that thing looks, though. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous. So this appears to be a video all about the flight model and how the aircraft is put together for DCS. And Brian, thanks for the heads up on this one, mate. It looks great. Look at the shaking and the rattling and the textures. And for God's sake, like, isn't it great the direction our hobby is moving? Be it with combat simulation or just, civilian. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And to think like these sort of visuals are available to us now. It's amazing stuff. Look at the state of that, though. Isn't that amazing? Gibble says as well, Murph, I posted in Discord under news 15% off Verpal stuff. Oh, he did. And I saw it and I nearly fell off my chair. Look, where is this now? That's the mods chat. You can't be seeing what goes on in there because the lads just spend all their time slagging me. News. Where are you now? check this out. So Gibbo posted this earlier on. Look, Verpal EU warehouses have a selection of B-stock units available on the website. The units are open box factory refurbs or they're discontinued items that can be grabbed at great prices. They're in stock, ready to dispatch. Quantity is limited, so when they're gone, they're gone. But for instance, they currently have 15% off the Warbird base and 15% off the friggin' Alphas. I mean, that's my setup, right? Well, I have the Alpha Constellation. It looks like it's the same one. Maybe it's not. But like, get 15% off each one. That's awesome, right? Absolutely brilliant. Nice one, Gibbo. And again, lads, if you guys find some news during the week, or if you think there's worthy news, well, share it with our community. You know, drop it into our Discord and let us know what's going on. Doesn't matter what flight simulator it's for. Let us know what's going on. ! Discord. If you type that into the chat, it'll bring you to a link and we'll invite you into our Discord channel. But look at the state of that look. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Oh man, we need that in our life. But anyway, moving on. We're going to be checking out this plugin here now in a moment as B. Carlo rambles in. Good to see you, man. Le Mans Ultimate looks good. It does, Sean. I've been looking at that as well. That could be a bit of crack. Anyway, Auto FPS for Microsoft Flight Sim. It automatically adjusts your level of terrain and cloud settings for consistently smooth performance, right? This is pretty mad. It's a small little application for the PC. It runs. You set, I want this FPS, and it intelligently connects to the sim and starts changing the values of your LOD and your cloud performance, as in the actual clouds in the sim, in order to maintain your FPS. The result, it gives you a very smooth flight simming experience. This is pretty cool and it's free. Now, Vasco has done a great write-up here over on his website talking about how this thing works. I'm going to check this out tonight. I'm going to show you step by step what it can do, what it can't do, but it's done very, very well. Right, so we're going to be checking this out. This is a free plugin, and I think after me showing this off tonight, if you don't already have it, you're probably going to get it. It's very, very good, right? Very, very good. So I'll park that here for the minute, right? Because we'll be going back to this. So put you over there. Now, Flight Sim Expo news, and I haven't covered an awful lot of this yet, but Flight Sim Expo, well, they found a new home. It's going to be held at the Rio Resort in Las Vegas. That's home of Penn and Teller, and it's a magic show, you see. But anyway, Flight Sim Expo, it's hosted in Las Vegas this coming June 21st to 23rd in Las Vegas, and it's going to be held at the Rio. Now, they're still waiting to get a couple of details on pricing and if you've already booked, with the Tropicana, so on and so forth. If you haven't already booked, well, it's going to be held at the Rio Centre, and I'm really looking forward to it. I myself shall be there. I will be present, and me in Vegas is going to be an absolute, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'll be there. I'm bringing me cameras, right? So we'll be, yeah, magic. They take your money and make it disappear. Indeed, But Flight Sim Expo, if you get the chance, if you can go, it's brilliant. It's just brilliant. If you can't, I'll absolutely make sure we'll have plenty of content and catch up with you guys when we're there as well. All right. So the news is, yes, they have secured a new venue, and more details coming very, very soon as well. So it will be held in the same date in the same city, which is great. Now, huge news coming here from Laminar Research with X-Plane 12.1.0 coming soon. Well, it's introducing many new features, including improved graphics, systems, performance, and weather, right? And weather. There's a lot of cool stuff happening, right? Which is great to see. Now, oh, brilliant. Hang on. I need to show you. We'll go back to X-Plane here now in a second. I want to show you something cool. So, remember I was telling you how this system works, right? This is what we're going to be using for our ATC course, yeah? Well, let's have a look at this. Let's see here now. Give it a second. You see this divil down here? See that yellow blob? That's a radar. But you know who this divil is? This is Gibbo Ireland. And I can now click in and have a look at his flight plan. And Gibbo is going from Shannon direct to Cork. I can see his flight plan because he's submitted that to our website, and I can now have a look here, right? Not only that, But we should be able to see a squawk code for them because they should be synced. Gibbo, is your squawk 2656? 2656. We'll find out now if Gibbo's squawk is 2656, right? This is pretty cool, lads, right? Squawks and comments now sync. That's awesome. Look, he just changed his name to Big Mallet Head. You big mallet head. Hang on. He's literally changed his message that I can read to you big mallet head. And the remark sync too. Murph, quick settings now. Show departure list. To look at this big E-Jet. Quick settings. Show departure list. Oh wait, it doesn't show it in this one. I need to do it from in here. Window. Lists. Departures. Legend. He's on stand 26 Foxtrot. Isn't it brilliant? Yeah, this is brilliant. Epic Fool is looking at this going, deadly. This is just deadly. I'm telling you, mate, it's deadly, right? Absolutely brilliant. Quick settings show departure list. Did he select active runway? Runway. Departure. Hang on. Let's assume control. So let me see. Cork, yeah, big E-Jet. No, so he hasn't. So we can do all that for him, right? So if you look at his flight plan, let's see. Origin, squawk. He's in a 737-800. Okay, so we can actually give you a runway, couldn't we? Probably not. Okay, but we can give him a runway. So let me see. If we do the departure, we can do other things here, look. Runway 6. So I can give you a SID. Gibbo, I want you out in the Current 3 Alpha. He's going to go in the Current 3 Alpha. What else can I do here? Look, I can do all sorts of jiggery pokery. Look, clear direct. No. Temporary altitude. Gibbo, I want you to climb to flight level 610. Let me see. Runway icon, top beside settings, tick ENN. This is where a real world controller comes in. Shannon, runway 6. Is that how you do it? Look at that. That's Gibbo. We have him on radar. I was breaking all the rules yesterday. So if Gibbo, and this is the thing, right? I haven't cleared him for a push start, taxi, or otherwise. If Gibbo starts doing something that I didn't tell him, it starts coming up on the screen going, you big, look, no push clearance. He's done something. Right? And if I bring up, does he go here? Window, alerts. Look. Oh wait, he stopped pushing. Look, legend. No, his call sign is legend. But anyway, no pushback clearance. And it's flashing on my screen to say, this fella hasn't asked you for the thing. Brilliant. And then I can go into him and either get him up on ATC and say, legend, you big E-Jet, you don't have clearance, Clarence. Isn't this class, lads, isn't it? This is class. This is so cool. I've loaded into Shan. Flight plan has been filed. That's just so freaking brilliant. And we can see it. Give him a number to call, right? This is so cool. So Gibbo has, see this flight plan, lads, yeah? He submitted this flight plan through our website. And it's able to connect back into there's like science here, like the makers of the Matrix will be licking their lips thinking, Jesus, this is brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant stuff. So we can see it in the flesh. Really, really good, right? Do you want to save? No. Cancel all that as well. Right. Anyway, great news. This is brilliant. It's incredible. Wait till you see it working. It'll be brilliant, right? Fair play to you, Gibbo. That's absolutely friggin' deadly. Gibbo breaking the rules. He'd never do that. But anyway, Explain 12. So, what are we going to be getting from this update? Well, Laminar continuing to develop and evolve, and the latest post by Thompson shows on the new Explain website the upcoming version 12.1.0. Well, it's going to come packed with new features and improvements that fans have been craving since Explain 12 was originally released. Right. The graphics. Performance is a big deal for everyone, regardless of your system specs. The better the performance, the smoother the experience, and something that Explain wants to respect. An improvement to the CPU performance is coming with this update that should help CPU-bound bottlenecks be relieved for many users. Sweet. It's not just about a boost in performance though, the new modern collector CPU improvements, but also graphically, Explain 12 will see improvements too. Cloud shadows will now be shown on water, ground shadows will be softer, and water opacity is going to be improved. One other area the team is beginning to focus on improving is the anti-aliasing options in the sim. MSAA resolution is now photometrically correct, and the MSAA and FXAA are now combined, and they're just the first steps to, you know, improving it. That's the biggest headache we have with X-Plane at the moment. It looks crap when it comes to the anti-aliasing. Now, check this out. And I'm always worried when I see this. X-Plane 11, Laminar broke this when they started putting in visual effects, but it seems to be getting better. But anyway, they have these new particle effects. Look at this, lads. So a gear-up landing. Where's Two Cats? A gear-up landing. That looks very good, doesn't it? Doesn't that look incredible? Absolutely savage, right? It looks brilliant. So they have all these new visual effects coming into play as well, and really, really looking forward to some of these, right? Do you have the link for the FPS counter, Murph? The FPS counter. Which one tarnished? Oh, the gadget. Yeah, we'll show it here now in a minute. So look at these visual effects. Don't they look absolutely incredible, right? Incredible. Really, really nice stuff happening. What else do we have? The aircraft systems. ADS-B is now simulated. Storm Scope is up and running. The traffic page is up. The METAR flags, NDB and VOR pages, the satellite test consultation, and a boot up overlay have been added to the, what do they call it? The Laminar X1000, I think it's called, right? It's really, really good to see this. The weather improvements. The next update will bring new real weather services, which should be more reliable than before. See this now. It looks as if X-Plane or Laminar have switched provider for all their weather because they weren't happy with the last one. Meteo Blue. It wasn't Meteo Blue, but they've now moved it to someone else. This could be interesting. And now there's also another new feature. It's a physics-based camera. Austin had a look at this video and it inspired him to say, hey, do you ever notice when on roll or taxi, well, your viewpoint doesn't stay exactly in front of the aircraft. It starts bobbing and moving around. So he's going to build this as a core function of the sim. Now the question is, you know, don't we have this already with like what's called XP Realistic? Yeah, but we do. But it'd be interesting to see how Laminar kind of input this as well. We know Microsoft have it in there on a very kind of a subtle head movements and stuff, very subtle. It'd be interesting to see what X-Plane do. I don't have a release date yet, but I can absolutely promise you, once 12.1 is released, I will be jumping on to show you what it's all about. The A330 in X-Plane is excellent, and when it comes to the third-party add-ons, some of them are absolutely incredible. Dare I mention the Challenger or any of the Boeings? Incredible stuff, right? So great news here, great news. Now, we're almost done. VATSIM events, as we're talking all about VATSIM. Well, there's a huge event coming up soon, and it's this one here, 24 hours of VATSIM, right? And this is happening on Saturday. 24 hours of VATSIM, airports involved in 24 hours between the 2nd and the 3rd of March. Now, my screen doesn't really work because I think their website is borked. I can't like change the screen size. I tried to refresh and everything. But anyway, they're going to be doing a full 24 hours over a ton of airports. There's 6 of them there in 24 exciting legs. Asia via Europe and Africa all the way to the Americas. And there's going to be VATSIM all the way there. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So that's happening on Saturday between 5 p.m. and 9 o'clock Zulu time. Again, if you're looking at the VATSIM stuff, even if you just want to jump on as an observer, especially coming up to our upcoming course, you'll get a bit of a heads up, you know? Now, last but not least, huge news here from Firefly Air. Because if you have a quick look here, you'll see now, if you go to the routes page, Dubai, our newest hub, has just opened. 6 Knots has just opened the hub, and we now have a ton of flights available. Company routes are here, and there's a whole lot more going on. But just to give you an idea, here's a flight. You know, you get 370 XP if you fly Dubai back to Dublin, right? 3,000 nautical miles. This is pretty cool. Dublin over to Dushanbe, and like, right, Almaty in Kazakhstan is very nice. Is nice, right? There's loads of different routes here that have been generated. 6 Knots has done an incredible job here, and just incredible stuff, right? So most of them are airline based at the moment, but there's going to be shorter routes as well. And we do have a little map here from Kieran, so you can show us. Look, these are all the routes that are now operational out of Dubai. Isn't this cool? So our new hub is now up and running. If you want to get in there, start generating XP, or even just go explore this region, there's some awesome flights available for you now to do with our virtual airline. So enjoy it, lads. Have lots of fun and let me know how you get on. And don't forget, lads, I love seeing your screenshots of when you're doing your flights. I know you can update or upload them to FS Hub, but it's great to see them in our Discord as well. I love seeing the adventures because I go back, I see every single flight, I review every single flight, plus I see the NOTAMs and all this jazz here as well. I love seeing where you guys are flying and how you get on. And from time to time, I'll have a look at the landing rates where I might say, oh, Jesus, or I might say, oh, Jesus. Right, you know, there's a bit of that as well. So incredible stuff. Massive thanks to 6 Knots and the entire team at Firefly Air. I know Ironbird has done a lot of work. Viper's done a lot of work. It's great to see all this. And now we have a lot more routes available for Dubai. On the flip side, we've closed off a number of routes that weren't being used, especially at the start out of Lake Tahoe. We've reduced some of those and we've added more in here. So we're working on kind of enhancing the experiences within the hub. As you know, we're still waiting on updates from FS Hub directly for Air Economy, but there's a lot of stuff happening here in the background as well. So we're flat out, I tell you. Landing rates. If you get a 0 feet per minute, it doesn't record the flight. You'll need to do it again. Ooh, that's a potential bug. Who knows? But anyway, that concludes the news. Consider yourselves updated. And well, we're going to continue on here now when it comes to the E-Jets. Right, so let's have a look here now. So we're looking at E-Jets. Let's have a look. So I'm just trying to see what version we're currently on, right? It does look beautiful. Yeah, this is a stunning airplane. Stunning airplane. Now I'm trying to get to the website here. Where is it now? About this page. Okay, so this... I just got an alert. It worked now, see. It didn't work earlier. Stupid thing. Now let me... I need to fix that. That was like... I got them alerts like 10 minutes ago. But anyway, not to worry, lads. The system works. It's just very, very slow. Right, here we go. So you can buy this aircraft in a couple of places. Aerosoft is one of them. It's on sale at the moment. The E-Jet series, currently showing you the 170 and the 175. 41.29. That's including VAT. So it's probably about $35, give or take. Right? The product... It's sold as an early access aircraft, and just to be, it's early access. There's still bugs. There's a couple of features missing, but they are working on it, and the updates are, you know, look at the version history there. We have a quick look at it here, and that doesn't work. There's been a number of updates since releasing this aircraft, right? And as you can see, you know, the 3D model will show you that. It looks beautiful. The sounds are all there. Systems, their FMS, auto flight, instruments, on and on and on. This aircraft, it may not be, but it's hard to call, right? It may not be fully fledged, 100% ready to go, but I still think you can have a very good experience in it, right? So let's check it out. Let's have a look to see what they're doing. So I'm on the ground here in Shannon, and well, I'm just going to be showing you how this aircraft looks. Visually, I think it looks incredible. I mean, you know, the livery here, we're showing off a KLM City Hopper. KLM, of course, organised now through Air France. But look at the textures here on even the livery and the details when it comes onto the fuselage as well. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful work gone into this aircraft, right? Now, I do have the engine covers on. We'll remove those shortly. But I just wanted to kind of show you where the aircraft is at from its visual representation thus far, right? And of course then, well, how does the thing actually operate, okay? And it's not finished by any means. Look at the detail here. Look, they even have the friggin' tire markers when they were checked. Right? It's done really, really well. It's not finished by any means, but I still think this is worthy of perhaps your investment now if you're looking for, you know, a small jet. So as we kind of ramble around here, there's a couple of features. It has the GPU, it has chocks, we can open the doors, all that kind of jazz. And there is a GSX integration as well. There's a profile available if you want it. But it's just some of the finer details on the aircraft. Like it's coming along really, really well. Visually, I think the most impressive feature of the aircraft, I think, are the visuals. I think they're done very, very well to a very high standard. And it's just a beautiful looking plane. I mean, look at the heat shield around the APU there. I mean, that's beautiful, isn't it? Do you know? So, so that's kind of the aircraft in its current form. And they are a beautiful little jet. Embraer, Brazilian made, of course. And they're, I won't say they're terribly popular over here because, well, the market and the distance, ATR have a lot with the props. But for the small jets, you see plenty of them in Europe. You definitely see plenty of them in Europe, you know? I was in one of these from Houston back to Dallas last year. Sorry to hear that. Right, so we're going to jump into the flight deck and let's have a look around here. And again, you know, from the outside to the inside, well, it looks pretty nice. Again, the texture work and the modelling, it's done to a very nice standard, I think. It looks great. Do you know, it looks great. And we do have a little note down here and it says, thank you for supporting. Dear fellow pilot, thank you for supporting us in this early access. It's made with heart, sweat and a lot of coffee. It may not be complete yet, but we're constantly working on it. Please carefully follow our procedure guide for a smooth experience. And that's from the FSS team, right? Nice. So get that out the way now. I'm unsure, did they put the cabin in yet on this one? I think they did. They did. So we've got a nice cabin here as well. And again, the cabin is done nice. Great textures on the seats and all this sort of jazz, yeah? Wouldn't you agree? It's a small aircraft. It's narrow. Like, do you know what I mean? But I think it's done really nice. So if you're into your kind of passenger cabins, yeah, it's done fairly well, right? It's done fairly well. Now, what do we have over here? So I do have the door open. We're connected to the jetway. Does this stuff work yet? So the panels here do work. We'll put a bit of power in here now in a minute and see what happens, right? So from our seating position, right? We can see where the build is from and all the sort of jazz. We do have an EFB. It's limited, but, you know, it works. So we can look at our flight details. We can import this from SimBrief, and it does work fairly well. So let's go to SimBrief here, and I'll show you very quickly how we're going to connect all this together. So here's SimBrief. You're looking well. Get into dispatch here now. And let me see. Let's go to new flight. We'll just give ourselves Shannon to Cork. And we're in an E175. E175. Let's have a look. So there's only one waypoint. Let's make it a bit interesting. Let's go for the Currams. Here we go. We'll go generate flight. And we'll pop this into the machine here now, right? Is there a toilet and does it flush? I don't believe so, David Bay. I don't believe so. Right, so there's a flight plan. And now let's go over to here. Import my SimBrief plan. SimBrief data import successful. Sweet. Okay. Flight number, so flight schedule. Jez, I don't know what I did there. Right, that's done. So here we go. Flight number, Shannon to Cork, departure time, so on and so forth. All right, so our flight plan is in there. That's nice. We do have ground equipment, so we have the GPU, the jetway. We got rid of the jetway. Payload all goes in here. Access to our charts. Again, you can connect this to Navigraph, so you have all your charts here, which is nice, right? Very, very nice. And we'll go ahead and get the main door closed. We're currently on the GPU. So looking around the cockpit, well, what do we have? There's some nice sounds here as well. That was the door closing. We have some nice sounds here as well. So looking up on the overhead, we'll go ahead and start up the batteries. So battery 1, battery 2. These guys are coming alive. Got some lighting up and running. Keep the dome off. And what else do we have? Pumps on. Now APU. So we'll go to on. Let's have a look at our screens. Now the screens start up just as they would. They kind of flash and they think about life for a moment. They are a little bit on the dim side, so we can bring these up. There we go. And you notice there's not enough power here for all your screens, so like there's a fairly decent depth of simulation, right? Fairly decent. Now let's have a look here now. So takeoff configuration, no. Engine startup, no. I've only one FMS working. Okay, we'll give that a moment. So APU, starter up there, please. Got a beacon on. Have a listen outside. Decent sounds, right? Very, very decent sounds. Okay, so that's the APU up and running. We can have a look at our systems here now. So, yeah, APU is 100%. The rest of our avionics are starting to come alive, and we have our FMSs working. This is off the Honeywell system. But we can go in and have a bit of a mess around. So we can go to menu. Let's see here now. Miscellaneous, no. CB menu, no. How do we get into performance? Is it nav? Oh yeah. Data link, waypoint, patterns, departure, arrival, ATC, login to ATC. It has all that stuff here. Flight plan. So we can have a look here now, right? So we can say, right, origin is Shannon, destination is going to be Cork, Echo India, Charlie Kilo. Go ahead and pop that in. And what else can we do? Save active flight plan 2. No, that's okay. What else do we need to do now? We go to the next page and we can put in all additional details, put in our departure routes, right? So you can select your SID and all the jazz here as well. So we can say runway, SID, runway departure according to this flight plan is going to be runway 24. And the SID is given me is the Curb 3 Bravo. Apply. And it's starting to populate here now, yeah? If we have a look at our arrival into Cork, we can say, right, give me the runway. Cork arrival is going to be an ILS for 34. And it's going to be the Curragh or the Curragh 1 Golf. Let me see. Star is going to be Curragh 1 Golf. Next, Curragh 1 Golf. And apply. Look at our flight plan. Are there any discos? No, we're looking good. Flight plan is in. Performance initialization. Again, we can put in all our details. Fuel burn and plans. Cruise altitude, cruise winds, we can populate this. So average wind is going to be 236 at 62, 236 at 62. It's windy up there. What else do we have here? Zero fuel weight. I'm unsure how we calculate that, devil. Zero fuel weight, 62.3. So it's going to be 62,380. There we go. Gross weight, that's all okay. Next page, leave all that alone. Takeoff data sheet, let me see. Takeoff setting 1. Flex, leave it on. Flex temp, 30, seems a bit low. 91.6, we'll leave it alone. FMS takeoff, flaps will be set to 2, that's okay. And then our takeoff V speeds, flaps set to 2, we're going to be 121. We're going to be 121. And we're going to be 128. That'll do us. And that's looking good there. Okay. Sweet, nice. The system works. So let's look at the flight plan and let's go for an engine startup here. So when it comes to setting up your aircraft and all its systems, it's fairly quick to respond, right? It ain't bad at all. And again, like the visuals inside the cockpit, well, they're done quite nice. It's the night lighting here is pretty sweet, right? Let's bring down the lighting here just to show you. So it is a nice atmospheric kind of a neck of the woods. If you go into the cabin here. And the sounds are quite good, yeah? I think this is working. Or at least it was working. Panel light on or off. Courtesy light. Emergency lights. PSU. So I'm after putting my little chair out there. That's grand. But if you listen, they've included people chatting. Right? Dare to chat my way. Brilliant. Right, so we'll bring up the time of day back to where it should be. And from here, lads, we're going to do a quick engine start and a push, right? So I'm hoping the push will work. So hello, new fancy pushback planner thingy. D-Jing, it's good to see you, D-Jing. Right, so this is the new pushback planner. So let's see, we're on the ground here. We're going to go to runway 24. Is that what we said? So runway 24. So push me to here, you know, and then back to here. And let's see what happens, right? Make it so. Okay, so start your push, please. So here's the gadget coming in. Oh, Jesus, start removing things quickly. You don't need them anymore, Murph. So we're going to remove the GPU. Wheel chocks, engine covers, cones, and safety pins are all being removed. Look at the detail on the engines, though. Isn't that pretty, lads? Isn't that nice? This is the payware version of toolbar pushback. Which, okay, you know. It is what it is, right? Right now, who's in charge? I don't know. This is going to be interesting. Now, you can go through the whole pushback procedure. I just haven't done it because I just want kind of easiness. So brakes coming off. That should do the pushback the way I want, I hope. If not, I've shagged it. Engine 2 will go for a start. So we'll go run. And then we'll go start. Are we ready? So you can hear everything kind of spool down a bit. That's good. We have spinach. Let's have a listen. Now, I could have done this pushback thingy wrong because it doesn't seem to be turning me. So I probably did it wrong. I didn't use the actual gadget, so it's fine. We'll do that some other day, right? Okay, so there's a good start on the left. Let's go to the right. Captain Butters is here. Good to see you, Captain Butters. So engine 1 should be coming up now. I'll have a listen. Intake covers, yeah, they're off, Sydney. Monsieur, all safe. Good evening. Hope you're well. So the intake covers are, well, they're off. And we're waiting on a start here on the other engine.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hey, Brett. Good to see you, Brett. Welcome in. Okay, so we're getting a low hydraulic pressure. That's okay. We'll fix that now in a second. You have audio, your cabin crew? Fasten your seatbelts or I'll burst you, she said. You know. Bleed APU valve open, that's okay. Hydraulics are already on. Air conditioning, leave them alone. Packs, leave them alone. Taxi lights, put them on. So the avionics with this Honeywell system, we can see, like, it's a touch screen, so we can look at our plan, we can look at the systems. If you want to adjust anything here, well, you can use the roller for your FMS, which is this guy. And you can pop out the screen if you need to, so it just makes life a little bit easier. So you can put that on your screen, you can use your roller ball here to interact, and it works fairly well, right? It works fairly well. In terms of VNAV, this is where you're not going to be too happy with the product because,
hello there.
Well, VNAV is a little bit on the, Jesus, really. However,
they've done studies, you know.
From an LNAV perspective,
60% of the time, it works.
Every time.
Every time.
LNAV works fine, right? So our engines are looking good. Bleed APU valve. So we're going to get rid of the APU. Good luck to you. The wipers work. They go left and right, or up and down, depending on your persuasion. Put them on a timer as well. What else do we need here? Everything here is looking good. Taxi lights are on. We shall set some flap. We're looking good. APU shutting down. And go. What else do we have here? That's all looking good to me. Comms and radios. If you want to get in here and mess around with our transponder, let's go 6464. Go ahead and pop you in there. TCAS transponder. We'll have it on TA or A. That'll do. Back to radio. We'll put you on. We're going to come off the brakes and we're going to start rolling. So again, it's all about the sounds, right? Yeah, VNAV and custom FSE is planned for the summer. Yeah, so they are working on this aircraft. But if you want to find yourself a nice small aircraft, this thing is ideal for kind of the smaller short hops, right? You know, Ireland, England, that kind of neck of the woods. Great airplane for it, lads. Great airplane for it. And it looks great. Visually, you know, sounds great. It's a little bit heavy with our frames though, and it always was, because it's not 1000% optimized. You will experience a slightly larger than normal frame rate hit. But that's a nice segue to introducing you to the next thing we're looking at tonight. So you'll have a look here. I'm getting 45 FPS. If you guys can see that, I'm getting 45 FPS. There's a new tool thingy out, right? Now where does this live? It is, where's the, oh, Jesus. No, it's not in there, Murph. The Auto FPS. Let's open this gadget, and I want to show you this, right? So this is what this new tool looks like. This is the Auto FPS for Microsoft Flight Simulator, okay? And what I have it set to, I want 60 frames, all right? And what I can do here, I can say, okay, it's now connecting, and it's telling me where the issues are. So it's saying, look, you're only getting 46 frames here. So I can now tweak this. I say, look, just give me friggin' 100 frames. So I can change some of the expert options. I'm going to say, right, my LOD minimum can be 50. We're going to give this a moment to compute that, right? So you can see now that the LOD automatically is starting to drop. It's automatically starting to drop, okay? And the hope here is when my FPS should start increasing because it's reducing the LOD. Now it still has the cloud set very high. So we can turn that on as well. So see the way the clouds have gone from high, it's now automatically changed them to medium, right? It's done all this straight away. They're now on medium. See the FPS is now starting to move ever so slightly. So now it has upset the clouds. They're set to medium, right? FPS is sitting on kind of 45 or so. If we go inside the cockpit, should be a little bit better. Now we can reduce this even more. Like if we want 60 FPS, we can go really low here, right? So let's go 25 into our LOD. And we'll give this a moment, right? Probably with this aircraft may not be the best gadget to show you, but you get the idea, right? What it's doing in the background, it's reducing your LOD to try and hunt down a higher FPS so you can maintain that, right? For instance, I'm comfortably getting 46, 47 frames. And like the pinch of salt with this is, this add-on is not fully optimized yet, as in the aircraft. It's not fully optimized. So I'll show it out later on with a different aircraft. But let's say, if I say no, I tell you what, just give me 40 FPS. If I have 40 and it won't budge, I'm happy enough with that. So let's say, okay, I've given it 40, right? It's now going to say, okay, you want 40. Well, I have a bit of headroom. I have 47. So if we want, we can say, hey, start making the sim look a little bit nicer, please, because we have this little bit of headroom. I want 40 frames, you know, do what you want with the scenery, but I want 40 frames. Now, if I change the minimum LOD, throw it back up to 50, right? You're going to see that the LOD has now increased back to 50, and it's done instantly. There's no loading or any of that sort of stuff, right? Or if you're using this mod with frame gen, negative. This is using it with TAA. If you get into like frame generation and all that sort of jazz, yeah, it will work. The two biggest resource killers in Microsoft Flight Sim is your terrain level of detail and the cloud. Nothing else, right? So you'll see now it's increased my terrain level of detail to 50. It's keeping the clouds on medium. Well, that's quite okay. Now as we approach the active, let's get some lights on. And what we're going to do, all going well, we're just going to blast off out of here, right? And let's see what the gadget will do. So 43 frames she's holding. And let's see what we can do here. So let me see. Flight director on. Nav is armed. Runway heading. Hopper in. Right, let's see what we can do here, right? So power coming in. Toga. Take off power set. Speed alive. $80 knots. She's bumpy. Upsie daisy. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Now, if we back up this little gadget again, right? So see the way it's now starting to increase my LOD? Because I'm moving further away from the ground. And this is important. When you're on the ground, you can't see that far away. Once you get into the air, you can start seeing a lot of stuff. So the LOD is now increasing. Look, it's at 125 already. 130? Away she goes. Now I've put in LOD minimum 450. That's just nuts, Murph. Right? But you can see it ticking away there now. It's now giving me a terrain level of detail of 180. And now it's starting to peak. It's now put my cloud textures back to high. And meanwhile, I have not dropped under 40 FPS at all. It hasn't dropped. It's maintaining 40 FPS. And it is buther smooth. That's what this thing does. It's dynamic, right? So it's looking around, it's figuring out what's going on in the sim, and it's saying, okay, your level of terrain detail is now set to 200, because I've capped it. Don't let it go above 200. It can go higher, but don't go above 200. the cloud textures are now set back to high because this little application can say, hey, you have the headroom, I can crank these settings back up again, right? Now look at it, you can see it. We're getting 42 FPS, clouds are set to high, and my terrain level of detail is set to 200. 200! I never have it at 200, I always keep it at 100, right? Static FSM, welcome in. Thanks for the follow, dude. It's basically the dynamic LOD, but it's doing the clouds too. Yes. So from this view, let's see what it's going to try and do, right? Because I've just noticed we've dipped down to about 38. So we're at 39. It's dropping the LOD. 195. It's going back to 200 now because it's now holding the frame rate. Now, if I say, no, I want 45 frames. I want nothing less than 45 frames. So I've told it I want 45 frames. Look what it's doing. It's dropping the LOD. It's like, it's magic. It's just dropping that LOD. 165, 160. It's at 43. I'm allowing a 5% FPS tolerance. I want 0 tolerance. I want it to be exactly that. I want 45. It's at 44. So it's going to try and drop something else, or it might even target the clouds. So depending on your system, what you're used to getting. Say, for example, on your system, you know, you're used to getting 40 FPS. But when you do a group flight on multiplayer, you drop to maybe 20. This tool will help because it'll start disappearing other stuff that you just don't need to worry about, and you don't have to go near menus or otherwise. It does it. This screen just lives on it lives somewhere else. It runs in the background. You can tell it to start up with your simulator. It does all that crap in the background. You just don't need to worry about it. And it's doing a splendid job. I'm holding 44 FPS. Not a bother in the world. Let's see if I try 60. I don't think I'm going to get 60 because it'll struggle with 60. Give me 60. So straight away it's saying, right, you want 60? It's dropping the LOD back quickly. And you can see the terrain changing. If you look closely, you can see that terrain changing a little bit. You guys notice that? It's also dropped the clouds back to medium. We're up on 49 FPS. It can't get much better than this. It's lowered the terrain level of detail to its lowest setting that I've permitted it to. Yeah? And the clouds, they've put them onto medium. Now, whether or not I can get them to go on low, I haven't seen that in the options. Right? So I think that this particular add-on, she's going to struggle at 60 because, well, it's not fully optimized yet. You know what I mean? It's not fully optimized yet. But like, if you're flying along, I mean, do them clouds look like they're on medium settings to you? They still look great. Do you know what I mean? And like the LOD, do you really need to see friggin' buildings and trees on the ground at this altitude? Really? I don't think so. You know what I mean? So it's this is very, very good, right? This is just very, very good. Let's change it back. No, leave it at 60, right? And my LOD minimum, well, I want it to be 100. I don't want the sim to go under 100 for my LOD. Okay. It'll bring it back to where it wants to be, but it's showing you it can't hit that frame rate. Give me a solid 45 to 50. For a flight simulator to work, you need to be at about 22 to 28. 30 is ideal. Anything beyond that, you're just going for smoothness. So, you want to know, where do you get this gadget from? I'm going to put a link in the chat for you. It's on GitHub. It's a GitHub link. Just go over there and you grab it. I'll show you how to do it. This is where you grab it from. You see the assets down here at the bottom of the page behind me mallet head? You just download the exe. You unzip or extract the exe to your downloads. Where is it now? Top Sky. Where are you living? Top Sky, Top Sky, Galacor. I have it in here somewhere. Where did I hide this now? Oh wait, it's on the other screen. Doesn't matter where you put the folder. Nothing goes into it doesn't go into your community folder, right? It just lives and it just runs as an application outside of your simulator. How handy is that? So you just download it and you're good to go. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool though, isn't it? It works. So here we have the Embraer 175. As I said, I like it. I think it's really getting better. It could do with a little bit of an update and optimization. There's some beautiful liveries there, right? Flying the thing at nighttime is very, very pretty, right? And there's other lights we can mess with here. I'll get the floodlights up, with chart lights and all this sort of jazz, and we more stuff over here, and you know, on the overhead is there more lights, overhead, main panel, pedestal, dome light. So like you can get a really nice kind of internal light setting in here. Plus we have our your checklists. I forgot to show you these. You have all your checklists here as well. Isn't that cool? That's just cool, lads. It's nice, right? It's nice. I think it's great. I think it's really coming along. It wouldn't be the most competent chariot to bring onto flightsim, but in terms of doing some of the shorter flights, I think it's a great little airplane. You know, it looks great, flies great, sounds great. Look at the wing flex. Look at this, lads. It's decent. You know what I mean? They've added some really nice features to this. Do you know? There's some really nice details in here. You gotta love the small tube jets. Yeah, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The sounds are excellent. That's its own sound pack. Let's have a listen, right? Spooling back. Hear the people talking. Spool forward. I think it's done really, really well. They've done a great job here. So that is the FlightSim Studio E-Jet, brought to you by an E-Jet, and the FPS counter. We'll keep the FPS counter on. We'll do a bit more testing. But what I want to move on to now, lads, according to my notes, I need to show you, yes, I need to show you this new, well, it's not new. It's the Sukhoi SuperJet. Huh. Right. So let's have a look in here for the moment. Headwind. We all know Headwind. You know, the developer Headwind. They make some of the awesome packs for the 787 and also the Latin VF4 stuff. They've modified all the packs, right? They also, of course, have the very good A330 Headwind simulation. But they also have the Sukhoi SuperJet 100. Ooh. They also have this. Now, straight off the bat, this aircraft is based on the fly-by-wire A320nx, but it has the fewest issues and best performance. However, the pre-release alpha is used for public testing. You can choose between a stable or the final version or the pre-release. I haven't messed around with that yet because I just want something that works. But you can mess around with it. But you'll notice that Headwind simulations, this is new now. If you haven't copped this, if anyone has the A330 and you're still trying to get updates from flightsim.to, forget about it. You need the Headwind Simulations installer. That will give you the latest and greatest update to the A330, plus all the other Headwind Simulations add-ons. For instance, you'll notice that the A330 has version 0.6 in alpha stages, and they've done some pretty cool stuff because, well, they've the A330-900 and also the ACJs in there as well, right? But you need to make sure you have this installer. Don't just use flightsim.to. It's no longer updated there. You got to grab it from their installer. It works the very same way as the fly-by-wire stuff. All right. So when you have it installed, well, I'm going to go in and jump into it because I want to check out the SuperJet. So if I type in Super, yes, Sukhoi SuperJet, and I have a beautiful livery that you can't see, but it is there. Trust me. There's a beautiful livery showing up here, and let's go to Australia. Down here now to Australia. And I suppose we can go to Hobart. Yes, to Hobart here now. That's my departure. And hopefully the sim loads in, right? Hate having multiple places to install. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You said that just as I hit send. Yeah, right? We're going to Brett, put on the kettle, right? Cups of tea for everyone. So this version of the SuperJet, this is, it's an A320 dressed up as something else. It's the dude disguised as the dude playing the dude. That's what it is. But the exterior of this is quite beautiful. And the livery that I'm going to show you It's available over on flightsim.to, and it's one from Qantas, and it's done very, very nicely indeed. So let me yell flow power up here and I'll show you what the crack is, right? So in terms of cockpit familiarization and, you know, getting the aircraft into action and go flying, well, you're going to feel right at home here because it's based on the A320 or the A32NX. It's an A320, lads. There's no point saying otherwise. You're in the A320, right? So looking around, yeah, everything's grand. They changed the seat colors just to make it look a little bit kind of different. But this, for all intents and purposes, is an A320 on the inside, right? Big Daddy, thank you very much indeed. However, on the outside of this machine, this is where the thing is like, oh, this is pretty. And this is very, very pretty. Check out the friggin' livery. Isn't that outstanding? I think this is gorgeous, right? It's a Qantas Link livery, a turtle one, seemingly. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous, right? So let's have a look at the exterior of the Sukhoi, because they've done a great job here modeling it. Look at those engines, like the shape. She's very different looking. Do you know what I mean? This is the aircraft in the real world, the Sukhoi 100. She's very, very comparable to that of the Airbus A220. Very similar, right? This is just it's the cheaper Chinese version. That's what it is, right? It's like, you know, instead of Sony, it's like Sanyo, right? But anyway, have a look at the engine here, look. And the shape and everything. It's just, I like the cut at the jib. I think it looks really, really nice. And then on the landing gear, look at the friggin' springs, look. Right? By the way, lads, this is freeware. This is for free, right? The livery is for free. The aircraft is for free. Free. It's all free. But I think it looks great. Now, in terms of flying it and the sounds and all that jazz, here's the A320 from Fly-by-Wire, unless, of course, you go to the pre-release alpha. Do you like the livery? Isn't it absolutely stunning? Isn't it only gorgeous? It's one of the nicest liveries I think I've ever seen on a commercial aircraft. It's so different. It's out there, man. It's like freaking Leitrim. It's like the border of Leitrim and Roscommon, you know? I believe it's Russian and not Chinese. Are they not made in China? I'm almost certain these are made in China. Well, let's find out. Let's ask the question. So a Sukhoi SuperJet 100, because these are being ordered by a lot of European people. Russian. Regional jet designed by Russian aircraft company Sukhoi, division of now branch of the aircraft developing maiden flight. Okay, it's Russian. Jesus. Right, where are we at now? Development. Sukhoi incorporated as a commercial in post-Soviet Russia. Studies in the Russian regional jet began in 2001. So where are they made at the moment? Aeroflot. Oh, they're using a couple of places. Design group. Manufacturer. United Aircraft Corporation. What was the Chinese one I'm thinking of? Wasn't there a Chinese one? Oh, the Comac, is it? Ah, is it? The Comac. 9 something. Yeah, 919. Isn't that the Chinese version of this? Yes. That's it. Right, so this is what the Chinese are building. Well, they're similar enough as well, right? Yeah, that's the one that Ryanair said they were thinking of buying a few. They're very similar. Very, very similar, right? So this one is the Sukhoi. So this is the Russian built one. It looks freaking gorgeous though, doesn't it? That's the tester one. Look at that. Is that the actual cockpit? Because if it is, I mean, like, I don't know. Did what did the Russians bring someone like from Airbus out for a couple of pints? Astrovia. Today we make cockpit. We want to see what it looks like. That's very Airbus looking, lads. I'm only saying it's very Airbus looking, isn't it? That's kind of class looking. It's effectively an Airbus look. That is an Airbus, Murph. That has to be. No, that's the actual cockpit. Airbusky, yeah. That's mad, isn't it? Jesus, that is mad, Ted. Mad, Ted. Yeah, the cockpit, it has a hood. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's just the sun visor. I thought all Russian cockpits are green. No, not all of them. That's very Airbusy now. Like, they basically got it. The engine controls are a little bit different. Mr. Dan, you take care. It looks like Embraer. Well, it's... I don't know what it is. But anyway, here she is in the flesh. So I suppose by having this cockpit, it's not a million miles off where it's at, to be honest. It's the same layout, same displays, relatively the same overhead, right? But anyway, from Headwind, well, we do have access to their EFB. And this is really good because it's all the fly-by-wire stuff, right? So again, you have your implementation with SimBrief, which is absolutely awesome. All your dispatch notes. You have a couple of options outside, so ground power, your doors, catering trucks, all that jazz. All your calculators, nav charts are there. ATC is there. If you want to connect to FATSIM, it'll show you your nearest and dearest in terms of controllers. So we don't need to take this for a flight, because it's the A320. But I just thought it's an aircraft I haven't checked out in such a long time. I took it for a quick spin over the weekend, and I said, you know what? It looks great. So it's for free. If you're interested, go grab it. Can I get you a link for the livery? Because I think the livery is stunning. Flightsim.to. Let's see, can I get you the livery, guys? Because I think it's a beautiful, beautiful livery. My downloads. Up to date. There we go. Also, in other news, I need to show you this as well. So here's the livery. It's based on the new A220. So I'll put that in the chat for you lads if you want to go off and grab it. It hurts your eyes. What? What do you mean it hurts your eyes? That's beautiful, Muse fan. The lack of culture, Muse, right? It's beautiful. So there's the link for that. And there's another freeware aircraft I'll be showing off next week, but I just wanted to... Colonel Fork sent me on this, and I thought, fair play to you, Colonel Fork. The de Havilland DH-104, the de Havilland Dove. There's a freeware aircraft out now for the Dove. And there's now a Irish Air Corps livery created over on flightsim.to. And who made this one? Yankees did this one. So like, if anyone remembers the Dove, right? There's a Dove, I think, parked into they have a Dove in Baldonnel, I think. Do you know? You need to be on drugs to like that paint job. Listen, did you ever go to an art gallery? A modern art gallery? Right? Do you know, I thought it was nice. Yes, shower. But anyway, hang on a second. If you get up close enough to the aircraft, I mean, you probably hear it. I mean, surely it'll say us something if we... Hang on now. Just... What's that now? Mara, can you banana area? That's some interesting. Do you hear that sound, lads? You know, when you listen to it closely. Right. I mean, it's if you heard... I didn't. Did you hear something there? Right. But anyway... it's done very, very well. I like it. Shag off. I like it. I think it's great. Do you know? But anyway, getting back into this, look. This is kind of class. It's a Havilland Dove. Right? So I'll be checking this one out next week. And thanks to Colonel Fork, he let me know the crack with the thing with the stuff, right? But great to see there's a livery for the Irish Air Corps. And with the aircraft, then it's over at Sim Outhouse. That's where we can grab it. Right? That's where we can grab it. So I'll be checking that one out next week. Right? Next week. So that's it for the E-Jet or the Sukhoi SuperJet 100. You don't have to get that livery. You can get your own livery. I just thought that was nice. But I recommend it. It's free. Give it a shot. See what you think. It is an A320 pretty much dressed up as something else. But it's pretty. I like it. I do like that airplane. And well, great work from Headwind. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Do you know? So now moving on. This is going to get all sorts of hilarious now, because I'm going to... Now, the sim mightn't like this, but sure, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do something now that no one else has thought of. No one else at all on the internet said, Jesus, I better show off Block 2 of the Fenix A320. So I'm going to do it, right? We lead at the front here. We lead at the front. Right, so an A320 by Fenix. We have IAE engines. Yeah, baby. And then we have the CFMs as well. The good news is, well, the updates apply to both aircraft. Let's check out the IAEs, shall we? And what do we have here? Look at this beautiful United livery. Or we do have a Qantas in here as well. And if I go into me CFMs, well, we do have this Aer Lingus livery. Smart Flies. Oh, wait, Aer Lingus. What's their call sign? Better... What's the Aer Lingus slogan? We'll get you there eventually. No, wait. What's the Aer Lingus friggin' Smart Flies? Is it Smart Flies Aer Lingus? I think it is. Anyway, it's not important. What is important is, let's go with this United one, right? We might get you there. Who? That's Ryanair. No, Smart Flies. Jesus. Aer Lingus slogan. Aer Lingus slogan. Googling intensifies. Aer Lingus. One moment, please. No! What's the thing you call the oak? For God's sake! Smart Flies zip up themselves. No! Can you not tell me, lads? For God's sake, you should know. Smart Flies something. Who dares wins? Will we make it? Right.
Can I get a refund?
To be fair, you deserve a refund at this stage, right? Is it Smart Flies Aer Lingus? I think it is. Smart Flies Aer Lingus. It is, look. Smart Flies Aer Lingus. Who came up with that slogan? Do you know what I mean? Smart Flies Aer Lingus. As in, like, Agent Smart from Get Smart. Oh. Take control of your life, Aer Lingus. But anyway, let's have a look at this machine here, shall we? So, yes. Now, we'll go to America for this one because, you know what I mean? We have to keep deliveries going and all this. Keep it real, man. Now, oh, Jesus. Where can I... do I have Miami installed? I think I do. I do. Right, let's see what happens here. This is going to be a frame rate calamity, but let's see what happens. The Smart Drive Skodas, right? What airline does Dougal fly? That's the question. Aer Dingus. Air Fungus, I used to call them. Ryanair is... We'll get you about 45 minutes from where you want to go in greatest comfort. Did you ever hear the Ryanair song from Foil Arms and Hog? Google that later on in your own time, right? Ryanair song, Foil Arms and Hog, right? Brilliant. Anyway, let's see what's going to happen here. Hello, Miami. Ooh, look at this. Now, what's the performance going to be like here? I imagine it's going to be somewhat terrifying. Oh, it didn't save any of me views. Hang on. It didn't save me views. Oh, look at the new textures, look. I don't know. Look at the new EFB. I mean, we can change the picture of that if you want. We have the power. Don't mind the stutters here now while flow loads. Oh, this is very fancy, isn't it? And you know what's going to be hilarious here now? I can't believe it, there's someone else doing it. Yeah, the A320. But look at the state of it. Now, how do we get this devil into cold and dark? Come over here now, Francine. We have a little word with you. Panel states, cold and dark. Activate. Thank you. Panel states, cold and dark set as default. Would you like to activate? Thank you. Sim settings. Oh, Jesus. Do I need to go back and do all of this now? I do. I think I do. No, I don't. Right, grand. Okay. Right, bring them up out of the way. Well, there's new exterior stuff, so let's go and check that out first, shall we? I'm on the ground here at... it's a new rendition of Miami, or it's an update of Miami. No. I like this livery. That's pretty. Jesus, look at the texture work here. Holy crap. Are you guys seeing this? Ooh, that's nice. Mother of Jesus, look at the detail.
Hey, good buddy.
Do you know what I mean? Look at this. Thank you for subscribing. Is it Jewel Q or Julie? Thank you very much indeed. Cheers. Look at this suffering state. This is painfully nice. Jesus, look at the detail under the friggin' wing, look. Oh my lord. Ah, lads, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Look at the state of that, though. Jesus.
Oh, behave.
Oh, behave is right. Thank you, Hummingbird, for the bits. And the Phoenix hand flies like a dream as well. God almighty, lads. Look at the texturing. Is that light shining in correct? I do believe I've
This baby hits
found a
88
bug.
miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
I found a bug! Now, of all the people flying this aircraft tonight, has anyone identified they found a visual bug? Anyway, it's not important. Look at the cut of this thing. This is absolutely gorgeous, lads. Look at the detailing. Holy crap. Have you ever seen textures like it? Right? Have you ever seen textures like it? I'm blown away by that. That's incredible. How are we performance-wise? 40-ish. Well, okay, the scenery is very heavy. Like, there's detailing and then there's detailing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean, lads? Michelin's. Jesus, look at the detail, look. Unbelievable. So they're all new textures on the outside, on the external. But I have to say, they're done really well. Some of the best I've ever seen. What about the cabin? Have they done that in here? The chocks detail, yeah. So into the cabin. This always had a beautiful cabin, though. Yeah, it's done really well. And don't they have some animations working? Oh, jeez, look, even the windows look. Like, wouldn't you love the 7.3s to have this fidelity? Look at the detail there. The textures, the wear and tear, rivets. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, she's a dirty bird. We love a dirty bird. Like, she's not coming straight out of the factory light. You know what I mean? This is really impressive. I gotta say, this is just brilliant. Into the flight deck. Timmy and Jimmy. Right, well, we'll worry about the flight deck now in a moment. Yeah, I'm highly impressed with this setup, lads. Highly, highly impressed. Right. In we go, and let's see what we can do here. So.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
I'm not worried about... I'm not too worried about putting in a flight plan or any of that jazz. So let me see. So remove the old... how do we get rid of the gate? GPU is on. Forward stairs.
Dude, have you been drinking? I have, Ted. I've been drinking like a mad idiot.
Let's see, can we get rid of that jetway? Right, so let's get some power up into this and let's have a listen to the sounds, right? So battery 1 and 2 on. There we go. External power. Cruise supply. Ground control. Pumps on. Let there be live. That's all working. That's superb, isn't it? Systems are warming up. Integrated lighting. They're coming online. Gateway. Engine fan heating. Engine fan heating. That's new, isn't it? Forward stairs, aft stairs, doors, push back, connect, tug. That's all okay. There's a crap load of detail in the gear base too. It's nuts, isn't it? Sean says, is it worth the $49.99 price tag? Do you get the 777 or the A320 version 2? Would love a 777 for long haul, but the 320 looks great. It's well worth the price. As an add-on in the simulator, Fenix is one of these kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? But like, it's one of those kind of defining moments in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Fenix, they've done incredible things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Did they improve this? Oh. No, it's still really good though. Right, let's go in here and let's play around. So FMCG nav occurred downgrade. That's not good. Clear that. Clear that. Aircraft position invalid. Don't worry about that. Where are we? We are on the ground at Miami KMIA. What's Orlando, lads? Orlando, is it KMCO? Yeah. Flight number, who are we? United or American? United. What's United's call sign? That doesn't seem right, but let's... United Airlines. KMCO. That was right. Nice. What's, there's a nav hub up... Oh, command Gibbo. Yeah. UAL, yeah. Yeah, I'll need to upgrade my Navigraph for this. UAL 235. And I'm just going to play around with this. Cost index, let's give it 10. Cruise, we'll call it 180. Why not? IRS initialize, align on said reference. Confirm. Yes. Nice. Next page. Let's have a look here now. So we'll go next. Is this auto? No. Block? No. Okay. Weight and balance. Let's have a look. Load aircraft. Send it to MacDo. Hello. I'm not following any procedure here now, lads. I'm literally just getting the thing into action, right? We just want to see what this thing is like for flying. Flight plan, KMIA. We can probably put departures and all that jazz in. I'm not going to bother. Performance, V speeds. Where do we get that now? Back here to me. ICAO code is KMIA. Sync. Calculate. Invalid. Takeoff range. Sync.
Hey, good buddy.
Why isn't this updating? Takeoff weight. Oh, Jesus, where did we find that? Didn't that used to populate itself? Didn't like that anyway. Not a bug. Uh-oh. I've broken it. Alright, so take off weight. 26.9 or 103. 26.9. Try that. Oh, balls. It doesn't like this at all. 103 or 106. Yeah, it's not liking that at all. Sure it's not. Okay, so the weather sync is working. Hey, Viper Strike, good to see you. That's interesting the way it's not doing that. Because that used to automatically go in, didn't it? Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's just put in something that, like, looks convincing. Sure, that'll work. Flaps would be one down, I don't know, 0.4 for the sheer crack of it. Why not? Flex the temperature 45. Why not? Now, next phase. Grand. Right, lovely hurdling. So got the flight plan. I want to start this machine up, right? Local Barrow 29901, that'll do. Now let me see. Did somebody say TTM DCS server? DCS? Have you loaded the aircraft and filled out the init B page? Probably not. I just want to get the thing up and running. Like a child at Christmas. Why haven't these aligned? Oh, hang on there now. Are you mad? Align time, lads. Are you mad? Let's see. Sim settings. Airline, call, cabin controls. Oh, look, that's new for GSX, look. Nice. Where's the IRS align time? Units, cabin announcements, panel states, sim settings. Probably other settings, right? Units, feet, inches, no, they're all fine. Sim settings, let's have a look. Flight mode, no. Looking for sim settings, tap here. Takeoff, what's this? Ooh, failures. They always had failures, didn't they? Sim brief. Okay, ground services are sim settings. Controls? Did they put them in the Mac too, did they? They used to be up here, did they not? Okay. Configuration. Fuel packs, data link, failures, maintenance. Request maintenance, no. Fuel packs or cargo. Data link? Controls? Left, right. No, they're already done. Thrust, side stick, flaps. No, they're all okay. My controls are okay. Turn them off in the switches. You cannot change the IRS load time from a setting. You turn them off in the switches. As in an option, Dougal, is it? There's an align time and realism settings, yeah. From the overhead. Oh god, this seems to be done now. Ah, we're done. Right, that didn't take long. Jesus. Right, we're grand. We're alive. All is well. Now, what we want to do, we want to plan a push out or a pushback, but this has its own pushback gadget, doesn't it? Ground services. Connect the tug. Oh, Jesus, don't connect the tug. Don't connect the tug. I nearly made a horrendous mistake. Turn on the APU there, Murphy, you big idiot. I can Airbus, lads. I'm telling you, I can Airbus like the best of them. Right, start the APU. Now we listen for what we hope is something nice. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Like, that's only an APU as well. For crying out loud, that's really good. Right, APU is coming up. 65%. No, bus driving. Listen. Viper Strike, we've just opened up our Dubai hub. All the flights are active. Yeah, lads, I need, like, lots of training on an Airbus. I'm a Boeing person. I like Boeing. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. APU bleed. Are we up and running now? Jemima. Yeah, we are. APU is ready. Right. Ground power. Good luck to you. Disconnect, you devil. Tug machine. Connect us in. Ah, brilliant. Right. Push us back there now. Start backwards. Jesus, you nearly went forwards. Where are you going, you mad devil? Right. Push back. Engine 2, ignition start. I don't have views set up. Hang on. Put us inside the plane. Doesn't put us inside the plane. Really good sounds. Oh, those sounds. Sorry, Teresa and Veronica. Just need to step across here for a second.
Just put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water.
If we land on water. Planes don't land on water, missus. Brakes. Right, engine 1, please.
Hello there.
Pull the strap to adjust. Do not
Hear the dog barking.
inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. Further information regarding your safety on board can be found in the in-flight magazine. We hope you have a great flight.
Well said, Muse fan. Listening to Jemima there, she's no Kaharia. Jesus, lad, the sound is unbelievable, isn't it? CH Game, thank you for the follow, my dude. You're very welcome in. Oh, that's so good, lads. That is ridiculous. Available. APU, good luck to you. Right, what do we need to do here now? Loads of buttons. Jesus, never did this or this or that. One of them. We're good up here.
Hello there.
Hello there. Jesus, the sounds, listen. Look at the state of this. That is so good. I need some alone time. That's amazing! Right, hang on. I haven't a clue where I am. I'm somewhere in that place in Miami, so we'll figure this out together. Floor at Vinton.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
You just will see some serious stuff. Like, this is incredible. Those sounds are absolutely insane. Let's check out this new night lighting they were talking about. Oh, would you look at the suffering state
We're
of
going
it?
the wrong way.
We're not going the wrong way at all. Look at the state. Look at this, friends. Oh my lord, look at the lighting. Ah, lads, would you look at the suffering state of it? Ah, Colonel Fork is here. Look at this! Oh! Look at the state of this. This is freaking gorgeous. Look at that night lighting. Hang on, come back into me booster seat. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, Jesus, I've gone too far. Someone keep an eye out. Look at the lighting. Jesus, that's unbelievable. What was that? Hello? You rang? Ah, lads, that's absolutely fantastic looking. Buzzed by the cabin crew. Ooh. Hang a left here. Is the cabin door locked? We'll unlock it there. Come in, Jemima. Oh, Jesus, I nearly fell over. Wait now. Isn't the panel supposed to work back here as well? Hang on. Don't mind me, I'm just going up to the... Oh, look, there... Ooh, and ah. This hardly works though, does it? No, I don't think the panel works. But we can't turn on cabin lighting. I think. Or maybe not. It's up in the center of the ceiling in the cabin. Tell me where. In the tablet. Can you be more specific? In the EFB? It's dimming automatically for takeoff. Go to the entrance and you'll see it. Don't mind me, lads. I'm just going up here now to have an old word with Jemima. Here's the entrance. I can't interact with that joke. There's a tablet thingy here, but... Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. I'm afraid... I'd be afraid there are buttons inside the cockpit, you know what I mean? Center in the roof. Look at the... Oh, Jesus, look at the floor lighting. That's impressive. What else can we play with? Hang on. It's in the FB. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go flying. Where's the runway? That's a taxiway. Ah, Jemima! Now the lights are on, lads. The lights are on now, lads. Look at the state of it. We've brought some illumination into the equation now. Look. Oh, that's very, very nice. Right. Let's see what happens here. Jeez, the night lighting is incredible, isn't it? Oh, this is very nice. Okay. Runway heading, please. Takeoff configuration. Auto brake set. Predicted wind shear. Takeoff normal. Oh, this is brilliant. Talking to be Jesus out, which you better believe it. Right, hang on a second. Let's get a good long listen to this now. Let's spool her up, right? From our seated position. Jesus! So impressive. There's my imaginary V1. Rotate. Pause the red climb. Gear up. that's so good, isn't it? Primo Victoria bought a PMDG today. Nice. Or if I'm going to design a plane for you with nothing but click buttons everywhere, it'll be the best plane ever. Right. Is something about to fall off? Oh, Jesus, no. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Jesus, that's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Let's have a listen to see what happens. Are we ready? Ah, lads, that's unbelievable. Let's try that again.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That is very good, isn't it? Hang on, we'll do something like this time, right? Shh, shh, shh. Quiet now. You'll wake the children. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It's very good. Beautiful sounds. Master caution. Who are you telling? Right, autopilot off. Throttle off. Let's just have a listen to it now, right? Some hand flyage. Oh, those sounds are just incredible. Best flyby sound in the sim, bar none. It's very, very good. Yeah, lads, they've done a great job, haven't they? Haven't they really done a great job? And this isn't delving into any of the system upgrades. It hasn't delved into the fixes that they've done. Right? Camden C, Beverly Hills. Thank you very much indeed. That's a full address. What's in 5 Camden Street, 400 Beverly Hills? Lads, it's the sounds though. You know. Have we wing flex? We have a little bit. Right, lots of power. Like, it's just incredible. Is the performance better? Yeah, it is. And it hand flies a lot better too. Do you hear the sounds? That is absolutely unbelievable. See, can I land it? Can I land it? Oh, Jesus. Right, we'll try a nighttime landing here for the crack. What's my altitude? Too high. Ooh. Right, there's a runway somewhere ahead of us. I'll put it back onto date. Hang on. I know what to do here, lads. Live time. Oh, look at the cut of this now. Yeah. We're in an absolute hoop. I took off without TCAS and everything. So the question is, can I land it? Probably not. I can't see the runway anymore. There used to be a runway over there. Jesus, I was following a bit of dirt on the screen. Don't do that, whatever you do. Oh, look, this gadget is still running, look. Shh, turn that off. Oh, wait, balls. That's going to be reset me settings. Ooh. Get in there now again. It's already running. Come up here, you devil. Clouds are medium. Grand. Jeez, I can't see a shagging thing. Ah, there's the runway, right. Can I land the plane? That's the question, right? Do you have your landing lights on? Yeah. Oh god, oh Jesus, then the whole lot were turned on there. Yeah. Nothing missing at all. Oh Jesus, right, here we go now. 240 is my speed. Slow her down there. Easy does it now, right? Yes. My speed brakes are out because I'm that guy. Okay, speed is good. We're very high, but we'll fix all of this. Don't you worry, lads. I'll fix it. Drop the gear.
$2,500.
Roger. We're very high and very steep. But it's grand, lads. There's a free winglet update, is there? Okay, we need to arm the spoilers here for this one, lads. Yep. Alright. We're committed. We're heading in. We're very high. Get down, you muppet. The pappy, not happy. DVD review, dude. Good to see you, man.
1,000.
Murph, have you tried Say Intentions? Looks really good using ChatGPT. I haven't tried it. I will, though. Right, let's see what we can do here for me, you know. The cabin is ready. Ah, brilliant. Sharon and Karen. Yep. We're going to be grand. Oh, Jesus, we're too high again. Will you go easy, you muppet? Right, mandatory update. Oh, could be the Dune update. Easy. Easy.
100.
Easy.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Easy now. Like a glove. Reversers, spoilers. Oh wow, look at the detail on the wing. There's something on the wing. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Gibbo, huh? Put that in your pipe. Jesus. Ah, we need to... Okay, so the old... Yeah, gotcha. So the current Firefly Air liveries for the Phoenix are broken. We'll have to fix them.
Get a load of this guy.
Get a load of that guy. Right. Like a box of Kerrygold. Indeed, and it was. Oh, Jesus. Lads, I'm so impressed with this thing. And, like, I'm not an Airbus regular flyer. I'm just not in the sim. I think that's going to change a lot now because this is beautiful. Like, it's just friggin' gorgeous, right? I'm a little bit kind of interested to see what this gadget's doing though. What if I change after 30? Is that going to fix everything? Because if I run this bit of a gadget, right? At what stage is it going to bump me clouds back to where I want them? Do you know what I mean? I want me clouds back. So clouds are currently set to medium. So hopefully now this gadget is going to pop them back up to where I need them. We hope. 63 FPS. Clouds medium. Come on, gadget, give me back me clouds. Oh wait, hang on. Cloud recovery at 50. Okay, give it a second. I've told it once my FPS hits 50 or so, update me clouds. Hasn't happened yet. Enter. No, Jay's is not 150. 50. No. 50, man. 50. 50. Decrease cloud quality. Cloud recovery. LOD 100. Why does it want 150 though? 110, call it. Okay, so LOD 83, and I just want 30. So come on, give me back me sharp clouds. How's this now? 79. LOD is looking good. Maybe because I'm on the ground. Is it working with the camera? I think only plane altitude. Is it? Okay. Hang on. I'm pressing buttons here, lads. It is hard to call. This'll fix it. Right, up you devil. Medium, high. There we go. Clouds are back to high. Excellent choice. Yeah, so it's done on aircraft height. Fair enough. So look at the LOD popping up there. Look, 200 and high. That's absolutely brilliant. Right, now if I turn this gadget off, I wonder, does that override my in-sim settings? General options. Yeah, it does. Look. Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Super. Okay, clouds, 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 clouds. If I were a cloud, where will I live? Context shadows, ambient occlusion, shadow maps, texture, grass, buildings. Oh, the cloud's gone. Am I missing something? Off screen objects. Volumetric clouds, high. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Apply and save. Resume. Changing the sliders, so you have to reset it. No, it doesn't actually save it. Once you close the application, it reverts back to your own settings. That's kind of handy. That's kind of handy, right? Master caution. Oh, do you know what I want to check out as well? The gear animation. Oh, that's very pretty. Look at the state of this, lads. Isn't it gorgeous? It's absolutely friggin' gorgeous. Look at that. Let's give it full power and see what happens. It's just incredible. We're streaming on Twitch as well, yes. Over on Twitch.
Time to pull the big switch, good buddy.
Jesus! Thank you very much indeed for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hope you had a great stream. We're here we're doing something original. I said we'd check out the A320. No one else is doing this. Do you know? I hope you had a great stream. Tequila Man, welcome in. Let me see. Is it Kada Tanari? Thank you very, very much indeed. Kada, good to see you. All I can say here is I am like absolutely impressed by this aircraft. I think it's incredible. What an upgrade. What an update. Granted, I've only really kind of tested this things on, you know, a shallow surface. I haven't really delved into the systems and seen what they've updated. But I think it's done really, really well here. I think it's the sounds, especially for those engines, they're just stunning. You know what I mean? Hope you guys had a great stream. Welcome in. It's just done so well, isn't it? Working on your sim dash build. Ooh, nice. Like, it's the sounds and how this aircraft is now put together. It's very, very impressive. It's very, very impressive. It's a beautiful plane. I love the livery as well. A320 Friendship. And the sounds of this thing, like, it's absolutely friggin' nuts. I mean, you'd listen to this all night, you know what I mean? Full power, right? It's just beautiful. It'd put you right to sleep, wouldn't it? Let's listen from the outside again. Like, it's just incredible. Dougal, I 100% agree. It's in a different ballpark to the PMDG stuff. Sound from the cockpit? It's screaming at me. It's done really, really well. What do you think, lads? A worthy update? Is it everything you kind of hoped it would be? For those of you flying the Airbus A320, for those of you who love Airbus, are you happy with this? Is it, yeah, it's okay. They've, you know, it's a start, because we know there's more coming, right? For me, like, just after messing around here for a few minutes with this plane, like, I want to get in, I just want to jump into this and start flying it. You know what I mean? I want to do more with this aircraft, because it's just, holy crap, the work they've done. And the IAE engines that they have, they sound incredible. The new textures that they have on the aircraft as well, like, have you ever seen a more detailed aircraft? Visually, have you ever seen it? Where's that camera gone? Jesus. Like, it's absolutely incredible, lads. Like, look at all the dirt, and it's just incredible. I think Fenix have done a great job, and do you know what? This is something now I want to kind of spend a bit of time and learn it a bit more. Gibbo says, it's my favourite aircraft in the sim, bar none, and that was before this update. Right? Gibbo, what's your thoughts on this update? Oh, Jesus, look at the detail on the nose! Millions of bugs! And, you know, chipped paint. Can you see it? The poor thing has acne. Look! And then, of course, we have the flyby sounds. We'll do one more of those and then we're going to bed, because it's late. Right? Mind your ears now, lads. Mind your ears. Are we ready? That actually gave me spatial sound. It just went into my left ear. That was odd. Doppler. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, Fenix. I think it's a superb update so far. You know? Was there an echo when I went in? I don't know what it was. It's pretty good, though. You can fly into Para next week. Yeah, like, it's definitely an aircraft now I'm going to spend more time in. Like, for sure, lads. Like, I think it's absolutely freaking brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Where's the button? It's over here. Like, I think that's an incredible update to get in the sim. Do you know what I mean? It's early, Murph. Remember, I'm on... Oh, you're on your last night shift. Oop, you devil, you. But yeah, I think that was absolutely incredible. I think that was absolutely incredible. So yeah, so anyone who has the Firefly Air liveries for the Fenix, they're balked with this one. So let's see if we can get those fixed, and we'll see what happens. Do you know? So that kind of brings us to conclusion for this evening. We checked out a fair bit tonight. I highly recommend you guys checking out that FPS, the Auto FPS plugin. It works a treat, and it's going to be very interesting to test this in a group flight. Because if you're used to getting a fairly decent frame rate, and it's only when you have, you know, the Microsoft Flight Sim multiplayer turned on, you get the hit. Be interesting to see how that kind of helps along. You know what I mean? And of course, the aircraft we checked out tonight, the Flight Sim series, Flight Sim Studios rather, the E-Jet, the E175, that's really nice. But that thing's after taking the biscuit. The Sukhoi SuperJet, that's really nice. And of course, all the exciting updates coming for our upcoming IFR ATC course. Really looking forward to it. There's amazing work going on in the background, and it's just, I can't wait to get us started. It's going to be a journey for sure. For all the updates as well, we saw from who are you anyway? I've never heard of you. From all the updates from 6 Knots and the team at Firefly Air, the Dubai hub is now open, and what a time to go flying in the Fenix. Get a couple of routes under your belt. So I'm back to you this coming Friday. We have a group flight coming up in the Diamond DA42 as we're flying in Australia. Really looking forward to that. Next Monday, we have the final episode of our Gallic War series. And then after that, it's full steam ahead into our ATC course. So thank you all so very much indeed for tuning in. Really enjoyed spending time, and we'll see you on Friday. Have a great middle of the week and take care. We'll see you Friday. None of yous act them up up here. Yous have to be. Oh, Jesus, I'm about to make a pause of it. Ah, no. Ah, Jesus. Who put me in the wall? You dirtbags, you put me in the wall.
Oh no! I was going for you, Murph.
Did you end up upside down?
I lost the wheel.
I can't see.
What was that?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I can't see. There's too much. Look at the texture on the wheel, right? Savage, you know. A good textured rubber. I mean, that's what it's all about. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to, I just say the things, you think about them, I don't.
Oh my God.
Right, come here, are you...
Knots.
So there's Warbird Island.
Speed 150
right
knots
there,
or less. Head straight to Warbird Island.
Did you just say what happened? I don't believe it. Oh, crap. Hang on, I need to fix this. Hang on. Oshkosh Tower, 5 Romeo Mike with a CTD. I'll be back in a jiffy.
Yeah, I was going to ask who that E-Jet is that kind of stopped over the lake.
Oh, no.
Savage.
Oh, right, don't panic. Few men even consider the possibility of life on other planets. Yet, across the Gulf... Jesus, what was that? I was about to say something and you hit me in the head.